everybody. Welcome to another Mad Chats and Recaps with myself and Tasha's back. Hello, Tasha.
Hi, I have my tea. I'm officially back.
Wonderful, wonderful. Excited to see you. Love to see it. Welcome back. This week, this recap, we're going over the campaigns, the campaign sessions from July the 19th through July the 25th of 2001. So this past week. Um, and as usual, we'll start with the Forsaken. Our adventurers opened the box given to them by Aurelius and found several things inside that were simultaneously fascinating, curious, and troubling, including a manifest of active and inactive Torchlight committee members. While Kazil casts Identify on the magic objects within, Gerbil takes everyone else into a separate room to fill Juniper and Zavar in on what the objects and the information found within mean for the group. He also takes the time to fill the new people in on bits of information regarding the group and their history that they may have been unaware of. As Juniper heads back to the front desk to get more cupcakes, she has an unexpected run-in with their new fawn friend, Dredea. After the info dump, Kazil checks in with some newly identified magical items, including a sending stone connected to Aurelius' assistant, Geneva. After divvying up the items amongst themselves, Gerbil attempts to use their newly acquired crystal ball of telepathy to scry on their young and missing drow friend, Shanad. And during an unexpected before-bedtime conversation between Dredea and Gerbil in the hallway, Tegan gives Dredea the green cloak of the person that she's been searching for.
What?
The scrying did not go through. Update. But unfortunately, didn't quite get there. I think it was like one off of the role that he needed to get
Oh no,
it done. Yeah, yeah, it was tragic. It was
that's the
definitely
worst.
tragic. So we haven't had. Hopefully, Kira's Lament will be back this week. We're crossing our fingers and our toes. But give us an update. So give us an update on what happened the last time that we had Kira's Lament.
What's Cures?
What is it?
I
Is
don't
it
even
even a
know.
show anymore?
I
We don't
don't
know.
even know anymore. So let's see. It looks like our villains were challenged with a crypt full of spirits. Two of their number, Thaxel and Evie, fell under possession as battle began, leaving the others to carefully navigate matters. With quick thinking, Harlan bound the two possessed allies, allowing the team to set to the work of dispatching these spirits. With the relics securely in tow and their allies successfully exercised, Mavriel used some advanced magic to call everyone to her and to transport them all to the entrance of the sinkhole where the dungeon began. Together from there, they returned to the Omega Tower, where Ava worked the ritual to stave off the collapse of the Omega Curtain. During that time, the party goes about their business. Evie heads to the docks, and before leaving for good, she leaves a handwritten note, some booze as gifts, which I remember Thaxel took most of them and
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to share, and a message in the sand. As Ava shares the good news, the ritual was not only successful, but also deshrouded their previous quadrant.
Oh.
The news is bittersweet as the crew finds out about Evie's departure. So, if we come back Tuesday, we have some new people joining.
Yes, that's
And
right. Yeah.
yes, it's gonna be
So
great.
new people, a new attitude. The area is deshrouded. I mean, it's a new lease on life for the Cures crew.
We're gonna loot and plunder so much.
I know. Oh my god. So speaking of looting, the Penumbra Assembly, which didn't happen this Wednesday, but from a week before that, the LaCroix boys had breakfast at the Marvelous Egg Inn and Tavern, appalled at the quality of the newly featured scrambled eggs on the continental breakfast cart. After some frustrating exchanges with the hired help, Frankie finds herself back in the kitchen to fix the situation. Eggs successfully scrambled, the group head out in an effort to find the missing boy, Will. They go underground first, encountering narrow alleys moving beneath the city and a pit for dice games. There they meet a friendly man named Zeb, who directs them towards the gambling den and promises to keep a lookout for their lad. At the gambling den, they approach the smarmy owner of the facility, who offers a keen eye and future information if they do something for him topside. Turning the offer down, the group head back to Zeb with an offer he has trouble refusing, before moving towards topside once more to go to the Ebony Forest Cafe, where Will's sweetheart supposedly works. After speaking with her, they head back downstairs and to the sector occupied by the underground circus, where some highly questionable acts are performed nightly, and where the young Will may have run off to last.
Quick questions. I have two.
Sure.
How do you screw up scrambled eggs? And are these questionable acts the tumbling halflings that the Obsidian Scar crew
No,
came
no,
across?
no tumbling. Well, I mean, there are some tumblers, but they're not tumbling halflings. Not that I know of.
Cool.
So yeah, and scrambling eggs. They had never made eggs before, so they don't know. I don't know. You know. So over on Stormfall, Tasha, what happened last Friday?
I'm going to butcher some of these names. Okay, so our heroes, having cleared the undead infested stairwell, help Fenhold organize and prepare for the next move. Fenhold has sent forces to continuing facing off with the forces at the other stairwells and has assembled a team of clerics, paladins, and fighters to help act as a convoy for our heroes to get them to Garten and cut the head off the necromantic snake. Choosing to take the rear route, our heroes approach the third floor, but are met with some very dangerous undead forces, not the least of which is an undead beholder. What? As a battle ensues, enemy reinforcements join the fray. With the convoy having broken through the blockade, Fenhold makes a difficult choice to ask our heroes to forge ahead with the convoy, feeling Garten's downfall the highest priority, and choosing to stay behind with this battalion to hold them from pursuit. Our friends forge ahead, only to find the third floor beyond the blockade to be almost empty, adding more confusion to what is really happening in this assault and where all of Garten's forces have gone. As they push ahead, they find that Garten has been using Onslaught as a diversion to access a portal in Rogers Hold.
Roger's Hold. Sorry.
It is now Rogers Hold. Roger's Hold, his old grounds. After the initial onslaught, he's kept enough forces at each pinch point to keep the remaining forces of Cal Darul busy, while funneling all of the other undead through this portal. The party faces off against Garten, now a master of necromancy. Kaelin attempts to leap through the portal, only to discover Garten's end goal, to overwhelm the forces of the keep with waves and waves of undead, seemingly all to access the incredible power of the mage circle and the three ley lines that intersect at that point. What?
So basically, Caitlin jumped through the portal after she hit Garten a few times. She jumped through the portal, which looked like it was about ready to close. Came out at their keep. He left that part out. So at the keep, he was funneling all of these zombies there because there were three ley lines that intersect, and there's like a lot of magical power there, a lot of power to harness. Funneling them all there to Yathaz, who looked like Kaelin. So then Kaelin used a key to access the doorway. I mean, not my Kaelin. Yathaz used a key to access the doorway. The key looking like the key to the tower. To Ava's tower. So
everything is fine.
Yeah, it's okay. He kind of left that part out, but I just filled you in. So there you go.
Good.
Everything's okay. Everything will be fine. Caitlin's just there with a bunch of undead now. It's okay. It's all right. And he went through the doorway to the portal. Went to the doorway, supposedly into the tower. It would seem. Yathaz did. As Caitlin. It's fine. It's okay.
Cool.
Moving on. Tower of Dreams. Valkyrie reached out to Vash with TOD's help and unwittingly set Vash free from its dagger prison, giving it freedom to use Valkyrie's connection to the tower to access it and attempt a takeover. Our adventurers struggle to, and this is a different tower than what I was just talking about. This is a different campaign for those watching. Our adventurers struggle to find their way to an out of place control room, but once they do, they give Todd a hard reset, possibly revealing Todd's deepest secret, a huge beating heart. After Vash is resealed into the dagger, Todd reveals the answer to Valkyrie's question, if Vash had anything to do with her siblings' memory loss. The answer, yes. Not only did the Valkyrie not remember her past before the accident, but was sent back in time, technically making her older than her older sister. The party meet with the Valkyrie and have preliminary talks about a formal partnership, a full joining of forces, which will bring thousands of troops and townsfolk, as well as the Valkyrie herself, into the tower space, making their forces greater and their presence more known than they had ever expected. But not everyone may be on board with the merger. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Huh.
A lot of stuff happening over in Tower of Dreams.
Obviously.
In extremis, Tasha, give us an update.
All right. My favorite word. Okay. Our adventurers depart the Cloud Giant Island, Glurbaglurk, and choose their next destination, Atmos Isles. Ooh! Zia and Vic choose to perform another memory recall ritual, and Vic begins to teach Zia these ancient ways as well. Zia experiences the day at the tower in Makaw, which she had lost, memories of discovering a large mural and the details within it, as well as a faint experience just as she was leaving the vision. In excitement of the recalled memories, Vic prepares a banquet dinner for Zia to share this information with the rest of the crew. During the meal, information is shared, and Brilith and Liazana are prompted to consider attempting the ritual as well, together. Mm-hmm. The next afternoon, Vic takes them to the captain's quarters and guides the two of them through the preparation process. The two share some intimate moments leading up to the memory recollection portion of the ritual. Brilith recalls a fond memory in great detail of her father teaching her about the cemetery and the importance of those that reside below. Liazana recalls one of the worst memories of her life in reverse time, and even approaches a memory she's blocked out somehow.
Yeah. Nice little...
Interesting.
Just a ritual they had to get naked together for. It's fine. It's okay. Moving on to Obsidian Scar.
You know what? You do you, boo.
Before setting sail on their recon mission to the Margata's Trench to collect intel on the Giants for Commander Rory and the Dragons, the crew decided to take a few modifications to their previously owned and previously notorious ship. Jules gets an interesting offer from Lashana, and both he and Derek send out letters of their own. Ileana thinks ahead and gets the non-water breathing party members some magical hats. As the heroes hit the high seas after determining the best route, they pass by a familiar landmark and under beautiful but ominous skies before landing in a town a few of them have only heard of in passing, Gelona. The party disembarks and finds themselves at the Old Hound, a kitschy little tavern where the drinks and appetizers allow the crew to get maybe a little too loose. A comical evening ensues with broken margarita glasses, lots of milk, and an attempt to prove that cats really do have 9 lives. Ileana escorts home the very intoxicated Derek and Linnick, while Finn and Jules both find locals to keep them company. The next morning, the party set sail, heading to their next stop, San Bartos. But by midday, there were more serious discussions about a workplace injury and possible inappropriate incident that causes the group to create an HR department and call an all-hands-deck meeting the next day.
That's right. HR.
Yep.
That's a thing.
All right. So that is all of the recaps that we have for right now. My gosh. Sorry about that. That's all the recaps that we have for this week. So glad to have Tasha back. As far as announcements go, we have Here's Lament. We're crossing our fingers. Might be back on Tuesday with a couple of new faces. Obsidian Scar we're hoping we'll be back Sunday. Crossing our
Yes.
fingers that nothing else goes awry. Um, Dungeon Chat still in hiatus for right now, so just we'll keep you updated on that. Birthdays. Trisha had a birthday on the 19th, last Monday. So happy birthday to Trisha. And also on July the 29th this week is Little Bean's birthday in the Discord server. It's Lily. So happy birthday to both
Happy
of you.
birthday!
That's it. So we'll wrap up there. So until next time, we'll catch you later. All right. Bye.
Bye!
everyone.
Don't mess up.
Hey, miss.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to.
Oh.
I was going to say Obsidian Scar. Welcome to the Forsaken every Monday night
Ooh,
at
am I in
10
the wrong
Eastern
room? Oh,
time
man.
here on Madbirds
I can-
We're on the
Radio.
right channel, though.
We have.
Terrible. Juniper. You all look different.
We all. I didn't fix the nameplate.
You had one job.
Ooh, let me see who I am.
How did
I'm Juniper.
Who am I?
I'm Kazeel. I've never been so handsome
we're
before.
going to get
Nobody.
this fixed, okay? We're going to
I'm
get it
nobody.
fixed.
I don't exist.
We'll get it fixed, okay?
Stutter
Everyone
is
just
actually
calm
masking
down.
my
I'm
evil
just gonna-
master.
Dan, get it
I'm
on.
gonna be Juniper.
I'm the BBEG.
All right.
I killed Regina myself.
Welcome everyone to this
Well, if you go a
madhouse.
second,
I'm
I'm gonna
already
seduce you,
sweating. I'm
Maddie.
having to wipe condensation off of my glasses. Thank you, everyone.
What's going on over there?
For this time.
Leave it up.
No, yeah, they're switching, you know. Oh, you need the extra floop, though. I mean, you've got the purple floop, but you need the curly
I'm
floop.
going
Oh,
to
nice.
read a
Zavar,
synopsis
hello.
from last week's episode
Look, it's so horny.
to get us started. Are we done? All right. So last week on The Forsaken, our adventurers opened the box given to them by Aurelius, finding several things inside that were simultaneously fascinating, curious, and troubling, including a manifest of active and inactive Torchlight Committee members. While Kazeel cast Identify on the magical objects within, Dribble took everyone else into a separate room to fill Juniper and Zavar in on what the objects and the information found within them means for the group. He also took the time to fill the new people in on bits of information regarding the group and their history that they may have been unaware of up to this point. As Juniper went back to the front desk to get more cupcakes, she has an unexpected run-in with their new fawn friend, Dredea. And after the info dump, Kazeel checks in with some newly identified magical items, including a sending stone connected to Aurelius' assistant, Geneva. And after divvying up the items amongst themselves, Gerbil attempts to use their newly acquired crystal ball of telepathy to scry on their young and missing drow friend, Shanad, which was unsuccessful. During an unexpected before-bedtime conversation between Dredea and Gerbil in the hallway, Tegan gives Dredea the green cloak of the person that she's been searching for while in the city. And that's where we left off for last week. So, for this evening, y'all had tucked into bed for the night, and I think everyone had did what they wanted to do before going to bed. This evening, trying to see if I can find it, but in the meantime, Rhaenyra,
Jonathan.
you,
Yes.
Rhaenyra, Joe, you get, in the middle of the night, you, find yourself in one of your dreams kind of sitting in this almost a very blank space. There's nothing around you. You're just sitting in a chair. And suddenly sitting beside you is Cullum. From how you remember him, seeing him back at his home. Just checking in with you. How's everything going?
Well, everything is well, we've gotten a bit sidetracked, but maybe not so much. A lot has changed in the past day.
What has changed?
Well, we received correspondence from Aurelius.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that he was leaving and that well he had made mistakes and he basically left us in charge of the Torchlight committee.
That is strange, indeed. Did he say why or leave any indication as to why?
There wasn't much. He told us that we should speak with Geneva. She would have more details and more things that we needed to know.
Curious. Menarius, I can't see him doing that unless he knew for certain that he wasn't going to be able to take care of it any longer.
Well, he gave us a number of magical items, and well, most importantly, he gave us a roster of sorts of all of those who were included in the Torchlight Committee.
And were there any surprises there?
Well, to us, sure, but well, honestly, I think I might be the only one who's really perused this list in depth. But looking back, a lot of it does make sense.
It does. Well,
In hindsight, sure.
I'm glad that you have more information than before, although again, I would caution you to be wary that this might mean that Aurelius might no longer be with us.
That would be troubling, indeed. It seemed to be of his own design, though. We can't tell that for sure, but we have still more investigating to do. In regards to Zenfried, we haven't made much more progress. I'm sorry to say.
It's okay. I had a strange dream the other night where I think that he might have been trying to reach out to me, but I couldn't see him. That's why I think if he's drawing me in, that things have gotten maybe progressively worse. Which brings me to the reason why I decided to come and visit with you. I think I might be leaving the home, so if you come back here, I might not be here.
Where would we find you, or would you like to keep that a secret? I could understand if you would.
I think for now, I will keep that to myself. But as soon as I feel that I can tell you and let you know, I will. Rhaenyra, I will probably be putting myself in danger. But I feel it might be the only way.
Do you feel like it has to happen now? Could it wait till we come back to the plane?
I worry about Zenfrey. I thought that I would be okay living in, I guess, just waiting for him to respond back, and to reach out, but I feel like I can't wait any longer. I must take action. And this might be, I will try to reach out again, but it might be the last time you might hear from me, at least hopefully for just a while, but I hope you understand and your friends understand that while I want to be around to help, this is Zenfrey. He's my life, and I need to do what I can to preserve that.
Well, if there's anything we could do to amplify your efforts here on the plane, do not hesitate to give us some direction.
Are you heading towards the library, or?
At this moment, no. It was in the plans, and I certainly was vying for that option sooner than now. But we've gotten sidetracked. I feel a lot of the party feels the danger that is confronting the library, and we are all attempting to rally allies to the cause.
Now, the manifest will help with that, right? The list that you received from Aurelius?
Hopefully, yes. There are some people named who are on the plane here. Whether we contact them immediately or whether we rush to the library is yet to be foreseen. I'm not certain that anyone on the material plane can get here in time for any. I'm not quite sure, to be exact, but to contact those who are on this plane already would probably be a good step for us.
Yes. Oh, I will try to reach out when I can, Venerius. But if not, it's been good. Your group gives me hope. And even though I know that I shared a few things about the Torchlight Committee, that it seemed kind of might have wounded your trust in it, your group's trust. I hope that you know that even though it was just something that Aurelius invented, it was for a good cause. Because when you have such a powerful magical force that is present in Dimglimt, and when that starts to turn towards darkness, you need something to kind of go in the opposite direction of that. To not really go in the opposite direction, maybe more or less run parallel, but opposite. It might not seem like much, but clearly this list shows you that whereas Aurelius wasn't the greatest leader, he knew how to accumulate people and to inspire them. And maybe he was just the stepping stone to a better Torchlight Committee in your group's hands. Or maybe if you don't want it, then someone else's hands, but we don't get to the top of the mountain with just one leap. It takes several steps.
If I'm being honest, even though Aurelius had his oddities as they were, I felt more trustworthy of him than our group at times. We tend to not get the job done.
We only cut off one guy's finger.
Greatness is often not found in individual people, Radirius, but as a group. I wouldn't give up on them yet. You do what you need to do, to inspire them and to keep them together, and it will fall into place, I'm sure.
I'm going to hope that you are correct. It seems like it's the only hope I have some days.
Well, and he'll kind of pat you on the back. Until next time, Renarius.
I hope that there is a next time, indeed.
You say that, and you look over to where Cullen was just sitting, and he is gone. And you are alone in the space again. And a few moments later, you wake up. It's still night. You just going back to sleep?
Do I feel rested?
Oddly, yes.
If I'm too rested to get back to sleep, I'm going to begin transcribing the list into my spellbook.
Okay.
I would like a backup,
Okay.
just in case.
All right. Yeah, so you sit down. There's a little desk in your room with these different colored tiles on it. It's a little difficult to write on, but if you put something under your, like in between your paper and the tiles, it makes for a smoother writing surface. Otherwise, it's kind of a little bumpy. You pick up a pen off of the desk that has a bunch of ribbons tied to it and begin transcribing.
That desk must be adorable.
It really is. Rhaenyra looks so cute. He's so cute.
I'm imagining like those like middle school like heads with like the pink like big fluff that like it's on a spring.
Yeah, you are definitely not wrong. All right, so
Bonus points.
Pixrin. In your dreams, you have a mixture of good dreams and bad dreams throughout the earlier part of the night, and which is normal, given your history. Then you wake up, or it seems like you wake up. The room looks the exact same that you fell asleep in. And you suddenly feel an urge to get up out of the bed. What do you want to do?
Get up out of that bed.
Okay,
Maybe I have to pee or something. I don't know.
You start to sit up. You can't. You cannot move any part of your body. You can feel kind of a little bit of you can feel like your muscles kind of like tighten and jerk as you're trying to get up, but nothing moves. You feel your body feels very heavy. You can blink and you're breathing. And suddenly, sitting at the desk in the room, in the chair, is a very, very familiar face. Ferris. With his long white hair kind of draped over one shoulder, dressed in attire that you remember seeing him in before. Maybe a little bit darker. And with this long not midnight blue, kind of a dark, let's say black cloak that kind of drapes over the chair and falls over one of his shoulders. And Dan's back. 41 messages in the same chat. Dan. God damn it.
DM question. despite the heaviness, is she able to talk or no?
You can try. You try to talk, say something?
Yeah,
She's
gonna try to say something.
He's just
Where
sitting
did you
there,
come from?
legs crossed, arms crossed.
Stop it, Dan.
There's two of them, so that's possible. Yes.
Wait, what?
I'm a sending stone because.
Well, that's new.
Pixrin. How are you, love?
She gets this really like disgusted look on her face and
Oh.
that
Oh, not happy to see me.
what do you expect me to be like?
I don't know, we have quite the history, right?
How are you?
How do you think I am?
What are you doing here?
Does a drow need an excuse to visit his ex-wife that he still cares deeply for?
Sorry, that left a bad taste in my mouth.
There's an ant on me. What the freak? There's an ant just crawling on my hand as I'm holding it out.
Dream ant. It's an omen. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Smack.
Did you ask something, Melissa, when I was trying to get the ant off of me?
She just said it left a bad taste in her mouth.
It wasn't always that way.
Okay, you got me there. Did you find somebody new?
And what if I had?
Probably that whore anyway.
Seems like you found new friends. Our paths have crossed a few
How long?
times. Just not at the same time. I went through Lisa Deer and found out that your group did as well. I went to that dear old man Cullum's house. Your group got there before I did.
How long have you been following us?
What is time, anyways?
That's supposed to be a trick question.
No, Pixrin, it is not. I found out recently that time can be relative. Things can happen and can be undone. Things can be undone that are undone. Time
How
is...
do you mean?
Why did your group go to Cullum's house?
Why did you?
to get a handle on my time management.
Have you been messing with time? Is that what this all about? Like you've been feel like you messed up somewhere and you think you got to change it or something?
And from under his cloak, he'll pull out a dick. No, I'm just kidding. He'll pull out
Oh my gosh!
Only one?
Let me just whip this thing
Her
out.
eyes widen and her face gets redder.
from under his cloak, he pulls out something familiar. Not that, but it's time, the time sphere that you're familiar with from Burlesque and other places. He's gonna pass it back and forth, rolls it back and forth in his hands. And
Wow. Welcome back, Dan. Welcome back.
I'm sorry.
so, were you looking for this?
I'm scratching my face, but clearly she can't move, so maybe.
Interesting device, right? Alters time. That kind of power is unimaginable.
You can change a lot of things with that.
You could. Choices. Pixtron. I think this is only the first time that we'll be reunited. I'm sure you'll see me again. But it's a shame that you won't remember. He stands up.
Wait.
And
wait, remember what?
Find yourself, Pixtron, suddenly waking up again.
Yeah.
And with no memory of what had just happened.
Probably shouldn't have eaten that before bed.
It is about 4 a.m. Everyone else, you suddenly wake up as well, with this kind of ringing in your ears. And Pixton, you're experiencing this as well as you wake up. And you can't explain why. Like your stomach has dropped.
Is this a familiar feeling? Like the last time wave familiar?
It's similar, yeah.
Sorry, that was involuntary.
Renarius, you would probably feel it as you're transcribing.
Could I roll an Arcana check?
Sure, you can roll an Arcana check. Why not?
18.
I mean, it feels familiar to what happened before.
But we all wake up feeling like if we were like we all wake up feeling that like it's like that same feeling.
Yeah, everyone wakes up with that
Okay.
feeling, yeah. Including Juniper and Zavar, but you don't have that familiarity. You're just waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning. You feel like your stomach just dropped, like almost like, after you've eaten something bad a few hours before and it's starting to kick in. and
Those cupcakes.
your stomach drops, and you feel this very intense ringing, like it's ringing in your ears. That lasts for probably a couple of minutes before it starts slowly dying away.
It's like a bad storm at sea. I say to myself in my own little bed, but no one is next to me.
Drea rolls over. What? I'm just kidding.
What?
Wait.
She's gonna get up and just hoof it around the room. She's
Nice.
pacing.
Okay.
Is anyone's room like our room? I know people are like in the bunks and whatever.
The only person in a pod, I think, are Gerbil. Is Gerbil. Oh, and
I
Kazeel.
was looking.
So Gerbil and Kazeel are in pods. The rest of you are in small rooms, so you'd probably be close, yes.
Okay, I'm going to get up from the very cute desk and go
Yes.
towards the door and open it and just look around the hallway to see if anything's out there, if anyone comes out, etc.
You see, the only thing that you see that's off is
These nuts.
a few doors down, Dredea. A few doors down, like the band, Dredea is sitting, is asleep, like literally like slumped up against the wall, coffee in hand. About 3 doors down from your room, completely out, like she's asleep.
Very
Snoring.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the desk then and
Okay.
just listen to see if I'm gonna be scribing, but keeping a good ear on the hallway.
Okay, make a perception check for me, please. Are you closing your door or keeping it just kind of pulled to?
Gonna close it.
Okay.
18.
18. It's about another hour before you start hearing some footsteps here and there. Like Set kind of coming down the hallway. You might hear a goblin's voice about an hour and a half later talking, waking up Dredea. Dredea insisting that she was just resting her eyes and didn't sleep all night in the hallway. Other than that, though, it seems okay.
I'm gonna scribe for as long as I
Okay.
need to, and then
Anyone
Yeah.
else doing anything after you get woken up at that 4 a.m. time?
When Gerbil wakes up and recognizes that feeling, first he's gonna make sure Tulip's okay. Is Tulip okay?
She's
If you say Tulip doesn't exist, I will quit this campaign.
Tulip is asleep. Wherever you told her to sleep, that's where Tulip is.
She's right.
Okay.
And then he's gonna he's not gonna like hyperventilate, but his anxiety just shot way up,
Sure.
and he's gonna kind of rifle through his pouch and pull out his medallion, or the token of oh my gosh, I can't believe I illustrate. I forgot my own deed.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's only been a week though, so it's okay.
Right. Yes.
And he doesn't know exactly what he's gonna do, but he's just gonna like just pray to illustrate for understanding, peace, calmness. Like he's just like
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a religion check for me, Gerbil.
That's right. We haven't leveled up. I'm not a cleric yet, so it's gonna be good. Yeah, 3.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm not using digital.
you pray to
save.
Elistray, and you do feel kind of your nerves are kind of on edge, and so your thoughts are not kind of specifically on the prayer. You feel yourself kind of wondering, your mind wandering, and it might feel like you got through, that it got somewhere, but you're not really sure.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna kind of like lay there, watch Tulip sleep. He's still gonna clutch his medallion to Elistray, and he's just gonna kind of play through everything in his head.
Okay.
Like from the very beginning. Like he's walking through his whole life just to
typical
see what
typical
happens.
anxiety before going to
Yes.
like as someone with anxiety before
Yes.
trying to sleep. Yeah.
Wow.
Why did I lie to that kid in preschool? Oh, I'm a terrible person.
OCD tendencies starting to roll in.
And the hours tick away.
Yep, the hours tick
Yeah.
away.
It's
Just
been 2
staring up-
minutes.
staring off into space.
Nice.
Tulip does kind of start whimpering in her sleep.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna
Also being visited by.
he's gonna
My 2 dicks.
oh my god. Don't do this, Dad.
Mwah.
Oh.
I was fine. I was fine for 4 weeks.
It's really true. We couldn't. Yeah. We tried.
Gabriel will he's not gonna wake Tulip up, but he's gonna just kind of like, with this finger just kind of like caress her while she sleeps and just
Okay.
let her.
Make an animal handling check really quick. Just for funsies.
Oh
Just
my
for
gosh.
craps and giggles.
Craps and giggles.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to hear, but I'm having like. Why'd I use this die again? Okay, that's 10. That did not. That it was cocked in the digital world. It did not land in 10.
Okay.
Whatever.
A lot of that.
Not using D&D Beyond
It
again.
seems like it's helping a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to do after waking up at 4 a.m.?
I'm gonna go
Tegan.
see. Oh, good. Please, Tegan.
All right. Tegan will. He probably might have been up already because
Oh yeah, you only sleep like a handful.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just gonna rub his head. He's like, "This is great. This is just great." What is it this time? Oh Lord! And he's gonna look out, poke his head out the hallway, see if anybody else is poking their head out. Like it's like, that experience when like there's a minor earthquake or like a big boom in a hotel. Everybody sort of pokes their head out the doors.
Probably would have seen Rhaenyra
I'll be doing the same.
and Kazeel.
I'm heading out.
Yeah, and I'll just look at him like, "You felt that?"
Like an earthquake. You felt
Yeah.
that?
Happened again.
All our noses start to bleed.
I'm not quite sure what to think of it.
If everyone is up and chatting in the hallways, then Junie is gonna wake up Blackberry and pace out into the hall.
Real quick,
Mhm.
out of character.
Sure.
The dream I just had with Cullum and whatnot, is that all still
Yeah.
good?
You still remember it.
You all are waking up and sticking your head out into the doorways. Zavar is just like he knows this feeling very well and identifies it as a hangover. So he just reaches over, grabs his flask that's still about a quarter full, and downs it, and rolls back over.
Yeah.
Nice.
I recognize these tendencies. Okay.
Pictureman's just gonna shout out, "Is anybody else awake?"
Hey,
Gerbils too busy having a panic attack.
Tiggle
It is a
bang
little
on the
too-
wall.
She'll go out of her room and join everybody else.
If everyone's like waking up and outside,
Jam a party.
Gerbil,
No, no more cupcakes. I'm pretty sure
Gerbil would
that's
like
what
kind of
started
poke
this.
his foot, like open up his pod, like lean his head
Yeah,
out.
you would. You're not right there near. I mean, you're like around the corner from the room, so but you would hear people talking. You would hear them talking.
Is this I haven't.
you had that feeling as well.
Yeah, that one. That one.
Hey.
Mm.
Hey.
And you didn't all have the cupcake, so I don't know what your problem is.
Oh no, it's just actually, are we pretty aware of, because we've experienced this, and have we been told like we know what this is? Like I don't want to role play that if we have no
Yeah,
idea.
you know that
right?
it.
We
I
do.
mean,
Okay.
I think that y'all kind of put it together that it was
Mhm.
a shift in time.
Yeah, somebody used the
Yeah.
device, basically.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because he wasn't with us that first time, but I think we told him about it.
I had it elsewhere, and then we were like,
Yeah.
hey, that just I probably don't want to say it in the hallway.
We've done much
Dredea
worse
still
lately.
snoring in the hall?
Dredea is snoring in the hallway. Yes.
Hey, oh,
Snoring.
something's right. That's some magic. Right.
Gerbil will finally climb out. He'll carefully pick up Tulip and put her in his bag. And then he'll come out and
Does it look like Judea was eating or drinking?
She has like a coffee cup in her hand, like it's like down at her side, like almost tipping over, but it's
is
God.
Is
Judy's-
Judea like actually sleeping?
you can check.
That's Gerbil's.
Jeez.
Gerbil's gonna like go up and just like look down at her.
Okay.
He's gonna go
See if
pick
she's-
up her coffee cup.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Gerbil.
Better than last week. Come on, let's go. That fell off the table.
Well,
That is a 13.
13. So Juniper, you kneel down and you said you're taking the coffee cup out of her her kind of open hand.
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you do that, ha! Ho! Whoa. There's a lot of people out here. She immediately stands up and like brushes herself off and
And a bugbear standing over
thank
her.
you. Hi. Hey.
I was gonna refill this, but you look like you can do it now. She's gonna just shove it back
Having
to her.
trouble finding the room, Judea. Huh?
Yeah, I had, was sitting out here, just thought I'd take some notes, because
Whose room was she by?
She was at the end of like your little block of rooms, so I mean, I don't know. I didn't write out where everyone was. Like,
Third door on the left.
here. How many? Let's see.
Never mind. It
1,
doesn't.
2,
Okay.
3, 4. She was by Kazil's room.
Ooh.
Damn it, Kazil.
I'm so sorry.
How much nookie are you gonna
Terrible
have?
big man.
That's your room too, because I'm in a pod with you.
course.
So I like in the pod.
Oh, that's
room
right.
with
You're in
you,
a
so-
pod, so it doesn't even matter. So you're not even in the room. So
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. Rhaenyra's room.
Hi. Well, at least somebody's getting some.
I'm
It's
gonna
always
get
them quiet ones.
some
Tegan
coffee.
will, Tegan will see Judea and give her a mock salute, like, keep up the good work.
Thanks, Tegan. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to go and maybe get some actual sleep. I'll leave you all to your. What's up? Why is everyone up so early?
Snack.
Tea break.
Oh, okay.
Early risers.
Oh, that's really good for you.
Mm.
Morning jogs.
I think you all jogged together.
Safer in numbers. Don't worry about it.
Have fun with that. She goes to like take a drink of the coffee and realizes it's empty and like, I'll see y'all later. And she'll just kind of like turn awkwardly and like walk around the corner towards the cafe.
I think we should probably go somewhere to talk.
I'm certainly not going back to sleep.
Yeah.
I go down to the cafeteria. I go grab, let's sit and have a coffee, I think. And I'll see if those
not the cat cafe. Like the inn's little lobby area.
Yeah,
right?
if they have, I prefer not the cat cafe with the
Well, the
spy
cat
cats.
cafe is where the food is. That's where the coffee is.
All right.
I mean, you could go out and find
Yeah. Nah,
something else.
Are those poor people that watch me walk out in a towel out there this early?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I'll just go up to them and ask them for. Actually, I'll probably have one of those Irish coffees. I'll be like,
They'll look up and. Oh, hi.
Morning.
Morning.
Sorry to bother you this early in the morning.
Would you like some bagels? We have some bagels here. You can also, get some coffee in the cafe.
Oh. Perhaps one of those bagels looks delicious.
Yes.
And sure, I'll lean in a little further and point down at the coffee. An Irish coffee like the other night, please.
Oh, I can go and get you one. Sure. Yeah, I'll be right back. You just want one?
You are fantastic. Hey, just one.
Okay.
That'll do.
Okay. And she'll kind of like come out from behind the desk and go into the cafe really quick.
Nice.
And leaving one of the goblins still there. And just kind of smiling at you. Did you have a
It's too
good
early
sleep?
for this.
I did. I had a nice bath and then a good sleep.
Yes, we saw you in the towel yesterday.
Oh, hey.
It was only yesterday. Oh.
Nice. I love the baths here. They're fantastic.
The spa is one of a kind, yes, and very relaxing. We pride ourselves that here at the Cute Lord's Inn.
Make some small talk and see if everyone else is joining.
And then it gets about 5 minutes and and one specifically Irish cream for you.
I'll just pull up a seat at the table and wait for anyone else that's joining.
Yeah, Tegan will shuffle on in.
Yeah, I mean, Dribble will go with well, Dribble will start to head towards the group, do like a head count, rub his eyes, and then
I can home
go
alone.
back and knock on. Yeah. and he'll go knock on Savar's door.
All right, Zavar will very reluctantly roll out of bed, throw on a towel or a robe or something. Cloak. I'll grab the cloak. I'll open it up.
The cloak?
Yeah. just
Good morning.
cloak. It's not green. Yeah. Hello? What?
Gerbil. It's Gerbil.
Hi, yes. What?
We're all meeting. Are you okay? Did you not just wake up? a moment ago?
Well, yes. I felt a little hangoverish, so I took a drink to make it go away. I was hoping to go back to sleep, but I can hear all you talking and you're knocking.
Yeah, because it's not a hangover. Come on,
Oh, it's not.
I'll tell you on the way. You're in the thick of it now. Come on.
I thought that is weird. I couldn't remember actually drinking that enough to get
Yes.
that way. Okay, where are we going?
Just wherever the others are. You wanted adventure. Here you go.
Yes, yes, I did.
We'll walk down to the lobby where everyone is or whatever.
The goblins are, good morning. Good morning. We have some bagels here if you'd like it. Coffee in the cafe. Morning.
Oh,
They are way too cheerful for 4 a.m.
Mm-mm.
Gerbil is not having it.
Cheerful
Yeah.
24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't drunk, but now I've definitely got a little buzz because I chugged that kind of quick. Like, ugh. And she's loud and chipper. Zavar's definitely not okay. It's like,
Gosh.
That's very kind. No, thank you.
Good morning.
Yes, it is morning. I'm not
Gerbil
going
will
to talk
sit
to
out
her.
at the wherever everyone is.
Yeah, I'm
Where's
following and
everyone
sitting
going?
as fast.
Are you going to the cafe or where are you? Where's everyone
We're
heading
not going
to?
with the spy cats.
Well, that's where the cat go. Okay.
Wasn't there like chairs? Wasn't there chairs? Like, wasn't
was
there a lobby?
in the cat cafe?
Something-
The lobby is just like a small little room.
What about the pachinko machine thing?
That the pachinko machines there are in the lobby, yes, but there's no chairs or sitting area in the lobby area. There's like one bench for 2 people. Like,
So, Gerbil, would you like to sit down on the floor with me?
For a strange one. Which
oh no. Another one to
There you go.
confuse Gerbil.
doesn't take much. Let's be honest. I don't know, Gerbil, when Gerbil sees everyone at the cat cafe, are there cats everywhere at 4 a.m.?
at 4 a.m. Have you lived with cats? Yes.
Yes, I
They're
know.
everywhere.
There are
They're already
about
on my head.
there's about
They're already
15
on your
of
face.
them running around, playing, jumping up on things. They don't seem to be like, whereas you were here before and they were a little more docile and like just kind of wanting to cuddle. Now they seem to be completely like in zoomy mode where they're just kind of chasing after each other, jumping up on their little like, cat places and all these little cat trees that are in the middle of the room. So they don't
Cats
seem
are
too concerned
falling
with like anyone
every
else
Cup of coffee.
in the cafe, to which there's really no one except like a person behind the counter and maybe a couple of like kitchen workers you'll see kind of go in and out, but
Okay. Seeing them not stay in one place for like a millisecond will strangely kind of calm them down a little bit.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Did Tradea leave the hallway? Did she get up and go?
She came back this way, so I guess you would probably see her at the counter. But then she would kind of wave to everyone, but she looks really sleepy, so it looks like that she's gonna be heading back to her pod.
Okay. Just asking for a friend. She's gonna take the long way around to join the group.
Okay.
Opposite of Judea. Like, wherever she is, she's skirting the
Okay.
outside.
All right.
Bumps over a cat, trips on a table.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're all in the cat cafe. Cats are kind of zooming in the middle of the room, but not really bothering you. So,
Ooh.
mostly alone here.
Any of them look familiar? Like I might have paid them for something and perhaps paid them too much?
No.
Okay. Just checking. So, not a earthquake then?
No.
Oh,
You have another story? Is this from
Hey.
some other thing you were tasked
feel
to
like-
do?
Did we did Gerbil mention? I'm trying to remember what all I did in my spiel last. Did I tell
don't
him about the time
remember.
stuff? I don't think I.
I don't. We
I think
can
I just told him about torchlight stuff.
Uh,
Oh gosh. Okay. Gerbil's gonna run back.
torchlight, time, devices, time shift,
Okay.
so on and so forth.
So
and the attitudes.
he'll. Well, I guess you as characters don't exactly know. Anyway, so I guess I might as well just go through it. Okay. We'll play it out. Okay. Okay. You know how I was telling you all last night how I joined the committee to investigate all the stuff.
mhm.
Well, there's another thing that we kind of dealt with before. We kind of thought it was adjacent, but it's not. I don't. There are these devices. He's gonna kind of whisper it, you know. There are these devices that are throughout this plane and the material plane, I think, that have the ability to alter time some form. We're not completely sure exactly, and we've had run-ins with them before, and oh gosh, my head hurts.
Coffee.
Yeah, I
Coffee.
don't think coffee's gonna help this headache.
Tea.
But all that to say, what we have felt before, and that was when there was a massive change with time.
This thing you just felt massive, or
Yes, we felt it before.
It's not the first.
Well, I think we're all aware of it now because we are. I mean, I guess torchlight. I guess I'm not sure, because I imagine these devices have been around for a long time. It'll kind of look to Kazil. Ask him about his dad later. Or now. That could be pertinent in this conversation. I don't. But generally we know. Actually, we don't know. I don't think it's good that we just felt that again.
it sort of feels like everything is catching up to you here in Demblant. It feels like everyone's kind of, it's like they know you're in port, and everyone, like you owe money to a lot of people, and everyone's kind of making an appearance. Which would be great if this place actually had a dock and water, but an actual dock. Well, how did you know what happened last time? If it was a big change in time, I mean, did someone get older? Did someone die suddenly? Did lose a finger?
It was more.
Go missing?
It was more. We felt our memories changing.
Oh.
There. And I think it was just because we were actively aware of it that we. That's the best Gerbil can explain, because Jonathan himself doesn't know what the hell happened.
We have very faint memories of details that have changed we remember certain events that have happened and now have unhappened and now are different than what they were.
Oh,
Have
We remember
you?
two realities at once. It's a
Yeah.
little confusing.
Were you able to ascertain what the large danger is?
No. I mean, well, we were aware of a number of dangers before.
Hmm.
Because there are a lot of these devices. I forget. Was there 7 or was there more than 7? I forget. We were told an exact number at one point.
I don't know if we were.
I thought John told us the exact number when we gave him that one. But,
So everyone in this group has felt this before.
Mm-hmm.
So I experienced this. I misunderstood it for a different, similar feeling. Have you asked other people, just those that you've met, whether they noticed or experienced the same sensation, or is this just limited to you folks and
Well-
and now us?
we did almost immediately contact Aurelius, the one who sent us our box of goodies, supposedly. And he himself at the time hadn't noticed, but he had a journal that he looked at, and the journal hadn't changed.
But was this Aurelius aware of that sensation as well?
I don't think he was, not until we told him. And then he knew to look for it. Renarius, do you still have those scrolls that we got in the box?
I do indeed, yes.
I mean, if Aurelius had a journal that didn't change,
The scrolls are the list of people, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there were. Well, I can show you myself. I spent a good deal of time before I went to sleep perusing this list, and some of the names on here are quite surprising. They make sense, but there are some names scribbled out from people who were dead or not dead, people who were alive, maybe not alive.
What?
Give me a moment, and I'm going to pull out the scroll and
Okay.
point.
Dribble do a quick scan to make sure there are no curious cats.
Now make a perception check for me, please.
Gosh. Hey, it's better. 15.
You see a cat about 15 feet away, just kind of looking at the table.
Is there a cat toy around my feet?
Or a
You
cat
look
toy
down,
gerbil.
and there's no cat toy around your feet. No. He just kind of sits down,
trying to think if I have a ball bearing or something.
tail kind of, flopping back and forth.
Shoot,
Oh.
please, shoot.
Make an animal handling check.
Gosh.
I
Okay,
am
good.
doing
It's
that.
like
I'm gonna try
having
and
points-
I'm gonna try and help him by prestidigitating a little mouse that scurries
Does
around.
that mean I have advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, those were both terrible. 11.
So as you're shoo, and the little mouse kind of, you see this little magical mouse kind of come out and in between your legs and out to the cat, and just kind of scurrying around and in circles. The cat is like will just kind of look at you for a bit, and just start chasing it around.
Was it really obvious that Kazil cast that? Was it like blatantly obvious that he did that, or is it a little bit
relatively obvious because I have to speak and move my hands for it?
Okay.
Just weird
His
in
hair
general.
started
Oh
blowing.
my.
A
Well-
thunderclap. Mouse appear.
Lightning. That's amazing.
Well, Zavar is a little more interested, I think, in that than probably most of us. Like, whoa, that was actually kind of impressive.
Oh, don't tell him that.
I've only very slightly dabbled in very, very small amounts of magic, so it's nice to see someone do something like that again.
Oh.
Very kind of you. Perhaps a generous assessment, but I appreciate it.
Dribble puts his head in his hands. Just,
Wow. You just open that door for yourself.
So,
Anywho, I would like to
Is anybody confused?
You can already
Boys.
understand.
is there anything that can you tell if anything's different with the list?
from what I know, and from what Aurelius explained, and from what is apparent here on the list, the list does not change with any variances in time. You'll see here, if I may, and I'll point to Durnan and Selm. We unfortunately have not gotten the chance to meet Durnan Anselm. You see, it is here that it says deceased, and then that is marked out, and now alive is written next to it. I've not altered this. This is what Aurelius did himself. We remember a reality in which Durnan Anselm was indeed dead. We met his widow, and she quested us with, well, it led to a series of unfortunate events, but we were there.
Like orphans? No, sorry.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
encountered the city of Bornheim without its king. But now it is apparent that he is alive. And it is also apparent that we should maybe go see him one day. Again, I'd like to point out the name Grelick. We did meet a Grelick in our travels. Twice.
Yeah.
Once. The first time was... well, the first
Fair.
time. The second time, Grelick was...
She was in burlesque, right?
Wow.
But maybe I'm misinterpreting.
Jonathan wasn't actually here that session, so that's why I never. Pretty sure we ran into her in burlesque when we were coming back through.
Yes.
Okay. But
Yeah.
I guess we never knew she could
There
have
was
survived that.
I think
It could have
only
not
a
been
group
time
of you
related.
were there, and you ran into Grelick in burlesque. Yes.
Yeah. Well, we've come across her, but since we know she's not deceased to our last know about. But yeah, there are oddities on this page. You know, it's not every day someone comes back to life, and that is recorded in a book of active membership.
Steph, outside, just a
Mhm.
quick. Did Kazil or Renarius pick up magic off the scrolls?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll remind. I'll just. Tegan will say to Renarius that Aurelius said that I think the reason might be that he had these protected by magic that they couldn't be altered. That's why he could. If the reality altering event happens, these documents won't like change to reflect what happened.
Is something to ponder.
So
Perhaps
I don't know if
should
we have
read
to.
it. See
We
if
should
there's
follow
anything-
up with people around to see.
Oh, the documents was the manifest, Kazil. Right? That's what you're talking about, Tegan, right?
Yeah.
So
That's
it
what-
was the
that's it.
list of names that you've seen.
Oh.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
that's
gotcha,
what.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just say that out loud? That they can only be, that they could not be altered?
Right.
Or is,
Yeah,
okay.
Aurelius had magic on these documents or this list of people that so they wouldn't be affected by when these devices went off. As John explained to us, I don't know if we even mentioned John before. When someone uses these devices, the other devices go off, and it creates a ripple across the planes. And one person uses a device, but the other devices activate, and whoever happens to be in control of those devices, they also can, whatever they're wanting to do actually happens as well. So it can be very devastating if you happen. One person will trigger all the devices activating.
Right. And they take a toll on your mind, whoever
Yes.
is using it.
This is disturbing.
Yes, it is.
Picture,
And unfortunately,
Picture,
we
make a
won't
wisdom
know.
saving
Yeah.
throw, please.
Who needs to? Sorry.
Ah!
Picture.
Wisdom save.
Yes.
Please be good. Wow.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, what did you get?
Got a 6.
Okay. All right. Keep talking.
Yeah. So
Need to go grab my real dice.
I
Where did
know,
I
right?
pack it?
D&D Beyond's against us tonight.
so unfortunately, we really don't. Your memories are altered, so we don't know. But maybe through these documents, we might be able to suss out. But we
find
might
some
have
dice.
to touch base with some people to
Um,
see what the state of the world is.
We
Are
could
these-
go ahead, June.
Are these devices something that your party has had, or Aurelius has had at some point? It sounds like you've had some connections to this. It's headache-inducing and plane-shifting
Yeah.
nightmares.
Well,
Is that another long story?
I'll
yes.
explain about my dad for what's worth.
Yeah. And then Jerv will also say, we'll tell you about the heist another time.
Do we have to, Gerbil? Perhaps we can
Yeah, we could just
abridge that a
can we
bit,
yada-
or
can
we'll
we-
leave it out.
Can we yada yada the heist?
I have a very specific image of you all forming in my imagination. I don't want it to be
Nice.
ruined by any other
Wait,
bad
no, this is-
stories.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. But I mean, have you used the devices to trigger
We-
something before?
No, we
No,
haven't.
Okay.
too dangerous, I think.
Okay.
We know one person who definitely has one. Do we have any way of contacting
know-
John?
If someone else doing so to John, if someone else has sending something to
Did John
Jerv
give
doesn't have.
shirtless Kazeel a sending stone?
Who
I'm
doesn't
gonna-
give
I don't
I
shirtless
feel like
Kazeel
it was in
anything?
there all shirtless.
If it,
and he was
I
like,
think if it's not all, well, he was with Lyric.
yeah,
it's
one
not
of them was
married.
like, woo. Like he's sending stone.
Wait,
It's just a
wasn't-
crossover.
did we notice that Lyric was on the Torchlight list?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those things like
well,
Yeah.
Lyric traveled with us, and we never even like.
Lyric's on the torchlight list, but there's some question marks there if I remember correctly. I don't have the manifest pulled up.
Hold on. Lyric.
yeah, Lyric's on there.
Okay.
Yeah, active with question marks and in a different handwriting.
What's that mean? Okay.
That's just having fun.
So we could
Mom.
talk to. I mean, we could. I mean, Kazeel, I mean, I hate that we ask you to send a message to somebody almost every day, but you could send a message to John. I mean,
John. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It
I'm
was
gonna
just-
get some coffee while you make your stone call, and I'm gonna get some coffee. Zavar, are you? Why do you smell like a sailor?
Oh.
He's kind
Oh, well,
looking at him.
I may have downed the last of my personal flask of beverage.
What exactly?
Chair?
I always keep some with me. Yes, sure, I can always get more, and I'm always happy to share it. I love to help those experience the joy of a little bit of alcoholic buzz or more. It gives me confidence. It strangely enough, it helps me fight
God.
better.
Hold on.
I
need more coffee before I
am a
have
large
your
proponent. I'm
enthusiasm.
happy to.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Coffee, tea, coffee.
Normally
All
it's a little early for me to drink, but I thought I had a hangover and I wanted it to go away, so I.
Halfway through that
So you
conversation,
drank
Junie is towards the.
Yeah,
Well, of
Gerald's
course.
just looking at
Don't you?
No, I kind of.
Is that only me?
I haven't. No, I don't really
Sailor.
drink alcohol. But
All right.
is that
Yeah.
sailor?
Oh, as long as
I
today is
always
gone,
imagined a
did she?
sailor would smell like salt or something.
I don't know why she would
I feel like a
extremely
lot of
smell
people
like salt,
would
but I
smell like
definitely
alcohol.
smell like Dribble, if you wish, someday you and I can go out for a drink and I will show you.
What a sailor smells like? I'm
No.
sorry.
The joys of drinking and experiencing life through a mild haze.
No.
But
Yeah.
I
Okay.
enjoy
Is
life.
it?
Fine.
Gerbil enjoys life to the fullest. Look at him. Look at him. I can't. I'm gonna
I
go.
feel that maybe sometimes he needs to relax a little and maybe let things go just a bit. I feel like I could help.
I am relaxed. He says as his hand has been clenched the whole time, clutching his Elistray token the entire time.
I really feel compelled to get a refill and give you some right away. But
I won't drink.
that's
Yeah.
it. Some other time when you are ready.
Tegan, where's the great sword?
Oh gosh.
Excuse me.
It's in my room, probably.
Okay, all right.
Do a little dance.
Dance.
Which leads to my question: who has the bag of holding?
Did Ren have it?
Yeah, I feel like
I
gave it
seem to
someone,
remember
but I
he
don't
gave
know.
it to somebody. Who saw
Uh,
him leave?
I saw him leave, and I don't know. I can't remember if he.
I forget. He
Look.
told goodbye to
think he-
somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all's
He
item
just-
list is y'all's item list.
I've been keeping track of my sending stones. I kept track of all the stuff we got last week. So
Oops. I have a question for Renarius. If this paper here is not affected by these when these spells go off, perhaps do you think that you could figure out exactly how that works, or could we use the paper to write down important information about the timeline as we know it, so if anything changes, that won't be affected? We feel the tingles, and then we can check and see what the difference is between our memories and what's written, at least regarding important information.
I think you make a good point. I would be cautious to use these scrolls.
Right.
We have a finite amount of scrolls here with that, but to find out how they work and what they are enchanted with would be quite intriguing. I'm very interested in that prospect.
Did Broderius tell us that he was copying it into his book?
No.
No? Okay.
For what it's worth, I could help with the identify part. I know you can do it too, but if you need any help, I'm here.
I actually can't. But yeah, if you could, if you could do that, that would be great.
What if we had a copy of it on, just regular paper, and what if that changed? Like, obviously, in case time changes again, I don't know. Then we could at least have a comparison of what might have changed.
That is a splendid idea, Gerbil. I've already started copying it in my spellbook. But I did not take into account the enchantment on these scrolls. It would be.
When did you start writing it? Was it before?
Yes, it was before the incident.
Do you think there are any changes on it now already?
I will take out my spell book and see.
Okay. What are you checking exactly again?
Just if there's any differences between the scrolls and what I've. Now, I don't think I copied the whole thing into my spellbook yet, but I want to see if there's any differences between the scrolls and what I've already copied into the spellbook.
Does this involve any reading?
Yes.
Hint.
What?
What?
Roll better.
We can read on normal occasions.
Uh,
Can you now? I mean,
And it really matters.
I'm
They have
still
performance
waiting.
anxiety, okay?
Renarius,
It's okay.
you compare
He
the
has-
two.
He has
It
his
seems
bracelet.
like that, interestingly enough, what you've written in your book has almost it's still there, and it almost has a golden, like a shine to it. And in fact, if you touch it with your hand, it feels like that it's been almost imprinted into the paper.
I was using quite a strange pen in my room. It had feathers, and it was. I'm not sure what to make of it.
What does that have to be? Wait. So is it different or not? What is the
Is
what
the
does quill
content
have to be?
different?
No, it's the same thing that you wrote.
But no, you can see here it is as far as I've written, it's the same.
You
Is
didn't
this,
accidentally pull a quill out of that box and just assume it's the hotel's, did we?
right, do you know where the quill came from?
It was in the room there on the desk.
Or just here?
So, is it the quill or is it the writing?
Which
I
came
can take
first?
a look. I can identify. I can inspect the quill if you wish. See if it holds any magical properties.
It's
You
back
just
up
say
in
quail?
the room, sure.
Or
What's a quail? Can I go get some coffee? I'm confused now. My head hurts.
I think Judy went and got everybody
Yeah.
coffee.
Judy's
Judy comes back with some coffee and arms.
Yeah.
Yay!
Kindly.
So
and a
much.
tea
Thank you
for
so
Gerbil.
Can I?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
roll an Arcana check on the writing in my spell book?
Yeah, sure. Roll an Arcana check.
The picture's just gonna sit cross-legged on the floor while everybody's trying to figure that out.
23.
Yeah. Junie's gonna sit down next to her.
Tegan's going to nudge Pixrin and ask her to bring out the plate.
A couple of cats run by you as they're zooming around you.
Blackberry, behave.
About the cats, they're gonna eat them.
Yeah, blackberries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Set it on the table.
Definitely watching carefully.
Don't embarrass me.
Veneers, what did you roll for your
23.
Arcana?
23.
Okay.
Nice.
It definitely. Yeah, there's some magic here. It feels like there's some like permanence to what's there. Yeah, that's really all that I got for you.
Was it
Pixrin
written
pops
by
down
the
plate.
quill? Was the magic from the quill?
There's some pastries for everybody.
I'll go to retrieve
Oh.
the quill.
Explaining you're a saint.
Everyone make perception check for me, please.
Boy.
There's gonna be a cat with a bazooka.
Bazooka?
It's
I don't
fluffy.
know. This is a wacky world.
Perception's not-
26.
My dice. So I swear to God.
You said
Okay.
perception?
Yes,
20.
perception.
Goes way out.
17. This third die is now my favorite.
Wonderful.
17 as
19.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So anyone with a let's say a 12 or above, we'll see a couple kind of come into the cat cafe and sit down a couple of tables away. They seem to be chatting amongst themselves, both seemingly female. One with one's more kind of androgynous with kind of a side cut with its hair, with their hair kind of over just under their ear. I think similar to Michelle's haircut there. And the other one has this long white hair up in a ponytail, and they're both wearing kind of typical outdoor clothes, nothing special about their clothing. And they're chatting amongst themselves as they sit down a couple of tables away. One talks about getting coffee, but you hear part of their conversation about that a new rift just opened this morning just outside of town. And that's what we'll take our bio break. So for those watching, we take a 10-minute bio break. So stay tuned, and we will be right back.
Oh.
And mics are staying hot because we are.
That's what we do. Aha.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, Junie's shaking her cough at Zvar, her coffee cup, like, hey. Hey,
Gotta get some coffee.
Taylor,
Wait,
over here.
are you offering me coffee, or you wanting me to get it for you? 'Cause that's not happening.
Your flask.
Ah, I have to have it refilled first. I finished it. You'll get
you
some.
are-
Jonathan, are you
We'll
okay?
drink together.
Are you
We'll
are you
drink together.
fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay.
You're a terrible sailor.
You doing okay over there?
I'm not okay.
Oh.
What do you think? We never even got the first one figured out.
And you just got the weight of so many adventures on your shoulder.
I'm catching up to you, young.
That, like,
Yeah, I know.
we might not remember.
Maybe that's, a mercy that you don't have to know all of the side quests in which you have failed.
See, no. But that's the problem, though, is that because then we don't know what we did instead. Because our new memories, we don't have the new memories as players. That's what I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sure she'll tell us eventually.
No, she won't.
Benevolent stuff that she is.
The benevolent stuff.
I'm sure she will. Everyone go get your coffee. Or your tea or your Mountain Dew.
Is this going to be a double Mountain Dew night? I don't know.
I
I don't think I need that.
Oof. Yeah. Melissa, Pixrin, who, I mean, this is out of character, but like, who's this, the stranger? Are you gonna, is that something she would tell the party, or is this gonna be like her secret? Oh, she didn't remember. Never mind.
She doesn't remember, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I want to remember those so bad.
I know. Who is this? Damn it, Steph, dangling that carrot. And...
Uh-huh. It's her ex.
Okay. Did you see, did Pixrin see them in, there was is this also a drow? I'm trying to remember. Is this also a drow?
In the crowd?
Yeah, didn't we see a drow in the crowd that you recognized, or was that just
She recognized that it was a drow, but not a specific one. So, just that there were drow in the crowd.
Okay.
Ooh, that rhymes.
Drow in the crowd. So much to keep track of. My goodness. All right, I guess I should make a coffee. Mason, make sure you put that back. I'm gonna piss off
I just
Steph.
need this to be here when Steph gets back.
Oh God,
Just long
yep.
enough.
Just like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You dork. All right, I'm getting my coffee.
Okay.
Or something. Food. Oh my goodness! I hope my clip turned out. I clipped the first section where everybody was just, oh wow, thank you, Post-it note, you betrayed me. Where everyone was just being silly at the very beginning. I don't think we stopped being silly, but it was just like there was just so much Dan, we just couldn't handle it. And just everyone's just like, yeah, Steph's like, God damn it, you guys, shut up. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Hi, Justice.
Hi, Justice. You big baby. You big floofy. My goodness. Oh. Like, no, mommy, no attention. Oh. No, Boo must have heard me because he's coming over here now.
It's like, who's rolling dice? I got scared it was Steph. I thought she was like rolling like tons of dice off camera.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Is Justice behaving, Steph? Oh, you're still muted. You can't tell.
He's just kind of sitting around.
Is he doing the rounds yet? Is he running?
He's a couple of times. Yeah.
How does he do during like game night? Does he just cause a bunch of ruckus, or does he hide from everybody?
He doesn't really hide, but he'll just kind of lay down, relax.
He doesn't get offended that there's a bunch of people in his house.
No.
Screw with him.
Having cats.
Jonathan, did you make that anti-orphan comment out in the open? Was that all, or was that just in your head?
I mean, I said out loud because Rodarius said a series of unfortunate events. So I was playing with orphans because I was referencing.
Oh, okay. Just making sure Zafar doesn't need to have any words with Gerbil.
Wow.
Wow.
So Mr. Oh no, Gerbil didn't say that. That's what you're asking. No, it was not in character.
Wow. What you got against orphans, Bugbear?
I know that drink could change quite drastically from, oh, let's have a drink too. I'm gonna get you drunk, sucker.
Technically, Gerbil could be an orphan. You don't know. I don't know either, because I didn't put that in my 9-page backstory. So.
Does Gerbil have any orphan children?
Oh!
Well,
half orphan, anyways.
Well, considering he's still alive, I would hope not.
Is he, though? Is he?
Is he?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. We're all dead.
Well, yeah, we don't know. Dee dead. I know part of me is like, Junie, do you remember everything? Has anything changed?
I'm still not recovering for the first time that happened, so Gerbil's not playing that game this time. I'm like going through what changed, what didn't change. But I say that, but then
someone's gonna make you tell the tale.
Every post show is gonna be me doing the whole aliens guy meme, you know. But instead, I'm gonna be like time device.
So when is the last time the time device happened for you all? Like,
this was a while. It was a while back.
Was it shortly after the heist, or?
Oh no, it was much after the heist.
It's after Gerbil got stabbed.
Okay, after the poison Gerbil.
It was when we were going to the Erebus Empire, and like we were watching because the Erebus Empire is a floating city, like Baron, and we saw it start to like fall or something.
Mhm.
Like I think this was, like we saw it start to fall, and then like it happened, and then it was back in place, and then like we were like, oh, all our memories are changing. I think that's what happened,
Okay.
right? Yeah,
Basically, yeah.
I don't know.
But then no one asked or confirmed. We just went on to the next thing.
No, we that was what we called Aurelius.
Okay. Okay.
Right. We
All right.
felt something changed. We said we asked Aurelius.
Okay.
Told him
And
about
that
it.
was also one of those other key moments where we were like, does Aurelius know what he's doing? Like that was one because he was very much like,
Oh, that's
like,
right.
what?
What?
Oh, that's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Let me go check my list. And it's like, oh, you're right. That's so weird. You know, like it was
Sketch.
Huh. Sketch.
that was. I mean, I made it sound sketchy. He was more just like we were like, wait, are you really running this thing?
And now you have no one to call. You are Aurelius. We are Aurelius.
One of us.
We're the people who are supposed to have answers. That's something.
That's scary.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Okay.
Welcome to the Forsaken.
Wow.
Woot.
We are the Forsaken because people forsake us and then just leave us with all their shit and their side quests and just take off.
No,
Is
no,
that
all the
why?
Forsaken people
No.
are the side quests we've forgotten about.
The
Like, all the
Forsaken.
people
The
we were supposed
trail.
to
150 NPCs
Um,
back. Like,
save. Hey, I mean that Forsaken NPC empire is probably gonna. Let's face it, it's probably gonna grow 3 mice rank members
wow.
because we're never gonna go. Especially now, we're not gonna take the time to go find those stupid mice.
Well, you got to get somebody to fight the Bugbear army, right? So clearly, you just get all your NPCs that you've screwed over the years and put them on one side, and then Bugbear army on the other. And you're good. Yeah, cool.
We've already been stabbed by an NPC. Well, no, because Zeal has.
Well, that's fine then. Wait, how many of you have been stabbed by other people? Gerbil, poisoned. Kazeel was stabbed by
yeah.
Ingot, maybe?
Mhm.
Yeah,
No.
you get,
And the
you
woman behind it who's selling goods.
get,
Now. That was the other way around.
stabbed? Oh gosh.
Wow. Get out of here, Dan. Don't you have another bio break to take? Come on.
No comment.
Oh, nice.
All right, let's go back since we're like 5 minutes over.
Oh, jeez.
We're gonna talk.
Somebody just
God.
can't manage their goddamn time.
One person's been here
Some people
since.
can't poop fast enough.
All right, so we'll go back live in
You know what
3,
Dan would use with a time device if he had one.
2, 1.
Hurry up.
No, I'm pretty sure we go the other way, sir.
All right, we're back.
Hi.
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 We're playing a game.
Yeah. So so you so those with the 12 or above with that perception check before would have overheard the two new patrons of the cafe come and kind of sit down and kind of talking amongst themselves excitedly and talking about a rift that just opened up, that it's temporarily cutting, talking about, oh my gosh, it's I guess we'll just have to stay here in the city for another day because we can't go out, we can't leave now without going out the back way, and it'd be so much easier just to go, access to the portal is cut off for right now, and so we need access to the portal to go, to get back to Zelfir. I guess we'll just have to just roll with it. And one of them goes to get some coffee, the one with the long white hair, leaving the one with the
There's a back way.
the shorter hair there.
Did Pixar do that out loud?
At the table with
Yeah.
this kind of like golden blonde deep side part.
Gerbil will kind of turn around in his seat. Are we somewhat close?
You're about 2 tables away from them.
Okay, Gerbil's gonna kind
Just kinda sit
of quietly
down.
go up and kind of go up to. Sorry to bother you. I just overheard you when you walked in. Did you say there was a rift blocking outside the?
Yeah, there's one that just opened up on the way out of town. They're working to repair the bridge to get over to the slaughter glide.
Slaughter glade.
Oh, slaughter
Glade.
glade, that's it. But also they've been temporarily cut off access to the portal. Just to be safe in case something else happens, but they're trying to get it stabilized.
Oh, like the city's shut access to the portal, not the rift physically blocking the way to the portal.
No, it's just really close, and well, I mean, you can't get across the bridge to get down to the little way, so you can't really get over there. So they're trying to build to kind of, get some stuff out there to make sure people can get across and exit the city as they need to. Everyone's all up in a fuss out there. There's people watching them. We just decided just to come back and just stay for an extra day, and hopefully it'll be open tomorrow. It just started, hopefully. I guess, this morning. It just all of a sudden appeared.
Thank you for the information.
Sure,
Sorry
yeah.
to bother you. Good morning. Gerbil will leave. And if he'll reiterate that to the group.
Well, it's a good thing I changed my mind about leaving anyways. Savai, I hope you're okay. So, yes, DM? You want to say that to the group?
No, it's fine.
No.
Okay. Savai, you were okay staying, right? You didn't.
Yes. I was looking forward to something new, and I would have liked to be able to choose the time at which I would, stay or go, but I think I decided to stay here for a while. I'm more interested in why this is happening, and considering the things that I've just learned from the rest, I am more interested and concerned about the well-being of, what else more can I be concerned about but the whole plane itself? I mean, how dangerous is this going to be?
I imagine we're going to run straight towards it. So.
I did tell you last night about the planes being destroyed, and that's why we were joined. Yeah.
It seems like a giant sign to investigate or something. I don't know.
Sure, well, it's like every time you tell a story, bad things happen. Maybe we should not let you tell stories.
It's all Gerbil's fault.
And since you have such an interest in magic, I mean, there is no one better to learn from than Renarius.
Gerbil got really scared for some reason. You were going to say his name. He doesn't know why, but he just got really pissed off.
I don't like my name coming out of your mouth, Gazelle.
Shut your small mouth.
Keep my name out of your thin mouth. Yeah. No.
I once saw him shoot a magic arrow once. Just once, though.
I've never considered myself much of a teacher, but I'd be happy to show you what I can.
Gerbil, make a fresh perception check for me, please.
Okay, you were good to me once, you die. Natural one.
Okay.
Oh no.
Carry on, everyone. Bye.
Amazing.
I'm running out of dice.
Christmas is just around the corner, Jonathan. We'll get you.
Yeah. Well, if there's nothing else to do, do we know where we're headed next? What is we're doing?
Is it unsafe to look at the rift and just something that we could just look at? I've never seen one that I can remember.
I guess it couldn't hurt to.
Before we decide a course of action, I need to share something with you all. I was awake when the shifting, the queasiness happened, because I had a a dream, a vision of sorts, in which I talked to Cullum. He's done that from time to time. He's come to visit me in my dreams.
Oh,
But anyway, he said that it might be his last correspondence for a while.
right.
Why?
Is he in danger?
He said he was moving locations.
Oh, that's why
he's
he's.
the situation with Zenvreed is becoming more urgent. I feel that he might be taking matters into his own hands.
So is he coming here?
That much was uncleared. He declined to reveal what his next moves were, or to let me know where he was going.
Surely
I would
he's
assume
not
for
gonna-
safety's sake.
He's not going to try to take on you know who on his own, right?
I'm not sure. If we are
Question.
to select a new course of action, I would greatly be in favor of accelerating towards the library.
I wasn't going to say it out loud, but okay.
Nice. I'm gonna lean back and use cast sending.
Pixar,
You.
did you
yeah,
have
sorry.
something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to step on you.
Oh, you're fine.
She is sitting on the floor.
Yeah, I'm just like holding my cup of
It
coffee.
may or may not be. Sorry.
Do y'all think that the person that's using the time thing in the bob is creating the rifts when they use it?
I mean,
Would be.
that is. I mean,
Big coincidence.
yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Huge cosmic force as well.
but the scary thing about that, if the time devices are what's causing the rifts, there are a lot of rifts here. I mean, assuming, unless they all appear at
Well,
once, or you don't know
You know-
how often they appear.
Yeah, we don't know if there's a one for one or one for many.
Either way, that's still not good.
Do you know anyone who has a time device that we could hurt or
Hurt.
ask questions about?
Wow.
Ask
Is that
them.
escalated?
Hey,
Was
we do have
John-
our friend and ally John,
Right.
Ah,
who has helped us immensely.
Right.
Well, he's never helped me.
I don't know where my paw is.
Is that how
so-
Judy feels like towards every single person in the world? He hasn't helped me.
not yet. He hasn't. Where's John? Is he John? I feel like I've heard that name before.
last time we saw him, he was with Cullum, right? Or he was leaving Cullum's at the same time as us.
Cullum, the one who just had a dream conversation with Renarius. So he's not
Yes.
here then. Is he dead? Or is he just on a
John?
different plane? Cullum.
I don't think
Right.
Cullum was very old. I don't think he could die. Maybe, I don't know. He was weird like that.
Kazil, were you going to try to reach out to Colin?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, just for sending. So in my head, I'll. Colum, you're leaving? Are you trying to save Zay? If so, we're here. Perhaps we can help. Don't do it alone. Let me know.
It's just a 25-word response for it, Kazil.
Okay.
Is it a 25 for
yeah,
sending?
it is.
Right? Okay.
No.
I-
In the message.
300.
no. Kazil. I appreciate your concern. I feel that action must be taken. Things are escalating, it seems. I've begun my journey. I'll check in.
Just see sending, I think it's third level. Okay, I will use sending one more time.
Okay.
And just say to follow up. We also want to save Z. That's part of the reason we're here. Update early enough so we can help.
No.
Reply comes back. Okay.
Return to sender.
Yeah.
Oh no.
K, just the letter K. I don't
K.
know.
I
Done fucked up.
Okay.
oh no. just dot, just an ellipses. That's all you get.
Yeah. Just messages typing a response. Oh no.
Or just the word fair. It's a couple of moments, Kazil, but you receive back. I trust your group. But there are things I can try that won't bring attention where a group would. Cautiously. I will keep your offer. And that's all you get.
Okay. I don't want to, hog a bunch of time. So, but the next time there's a break in conversation, that's
Sure.
fine. Just sipping my Irish coffee as I get the messages.
And you relay that to the group. What
I
you
will,
said.
but not until there's a break and stuff. I don't want to monopolize the time. So.
I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt to check out the rift. I mean, other than that, we'll have to, find another way out of the city. Anyways, because it sounds like the bridge is gone from the way we came. So,
Triple, you see a toy mouse suddenly kind of like bounce by your feet from the doorway leading out of the cafe. Jordea's leaning out of the corner, looking around the corner, I guess, leaning through the doorway is what I'm thinking of. Anyways, leaning through the doorway, telling that to you, Gerbil. And then she's gone.
Jordea just signaled me with a toy mouse. Throwing it towards a cat. Just not at a cat, towards a cat.
Yeah.
If anyone looks in the doorway, you'll see antlers quickly pull back.
Nice.
I don't know if she
quickly-
wants to
Is
talk
that a
to
mating
us.
ritual?
If you're going by yourself, I should just tell everyone that I messaged Colum, and I'll repeat like what he said, what I said, what he said.
What you
Just-
said, what you said, what you said.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And he looked at her.
I don't know how many times you can cast sending, but probably wouldn't hurt to touch base with John. I guess I'll go check out with Judea once. I
Best of
think
luck.
I don't know if she just wanted to see me or if I'm not back in 5 minutes. I don't know.
Can I have your
I
stuff?
don't know. No. Because the gerbil's taking it with him.
Wow.
I'll come check on you
Reliving.
if you're not back in 5 minutes, Gerbil.
Thank you, Judy.
Okay.
Gerbil will slowly get up, down his tea,
You drink all of it.
like set the glass down like upside down like it's a shot or something. and then and he'll
I recognize that gesture.
at this point he'll finally put like the illustrated coin back into his pouch and also like quickly just make sure Tulip's fine. And then he'll go outside.
Okay. Yeah, you go around the corner, and immediately, as soon as you go out to the foyer, Dredea, like, lays a hand on you and, like, on your arm and, like, pulls you around the corner towards the rooms.
That's my fur. That's not.
I'm sorry. We just need to go back here to, and just kind of, like, pulls you all the way back, not even, like, past even the capsules, like back to the room area, like all the way back to almost like in the back hallway where there's where the spa is. It doesn't go inside the spa, it just goes into that back.
I swear, if I get stabbed.
But do you think I would stab you? I would never stab you, Chirple. Like has both hands on your arms. Never. Okay. So all right. So I was kind of eavesdropping last night.
No.
You didn't know? Oh, I must have been better than I thought. Yeah. So I was eavesdropping a little bit on the conversation with your friends. Our friends. I mean, because I think I've hung out with y'all enough that I consider all of you pretty good friends. You know, we have a lot in common. We've experienced a lot just in the past 2 days. Anyways, I can tell you're getting agitated. So I was listening and I overheard your issues with your family. Yes, which I'm puts a hand on your very sorry about. Family's a bitch, man, and I get it. You know, I got family members too that are just like out there doing their thing, not caring about me. And I'm like, why? You know, I mean, out of 17 brothers and sisters, you think that one of them would check in every once in a while, but they don't. And it's a bitch. I get it. But, so yeah, bad situation. I get it with your family. It sounds rough. It sounds horrible. But, I was, I checked in with Juanita this morning, and interestingly enough, she was in a bit of a panic. I mean, not a panic, but just concerned, very concerned. Apparently, excuse me if I'm being forward, but it seems, yes, Chirple?
Just spit it out.
Well, it sounded like that your brother was in that bugbear army, right? Back in Osbergen, like that's kind of what I picked up, kind of. It seems that they've advanced rather instantaneously. they've moved a little bit closer to Bern, I think is what she said. You know, so they pretty much have the entire southern portion of Osbergen now, and that just happened this morning. So, just thought you would like to know. It seems like it might be a family issue. And Wineta seemed, when she told me, I was like, whoa, I know this guy that you know, like his brother. And she, I thought maybe I should tell him. So here we are. I'm giving you some info. I'm helping you out. See, I want nothing but the best for this group. And
Right.
I'm just here to help y'all out. And, yeah, so.
How's Bornheim? Did they invade?
Bornheim? No,
or-
Bornheim's fine. There's something that they've worked out. I mean, they're a little like, I don't know. Wineta doesn't, of course, rub elbows with the king and queen there. But, it seems okay. They don't really, they kind of just go around, you know?
Right.
There's, I haven't been there in a while, so I don't really know. I know when because I do have one sibling that keeps in touch that's still in Bornheim, and they think that there's a little bit of tension there, but I don't know. I don't see it. But again, I'm never there, so.
Well, thank you, Judea, for telling me.
Are you okay, Gerbil? Do you need I got some hard liquor in my room if you want any in my pod.
I'm fine.
Nice little flask that I picked up in town.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Cool.
So, when did you talk to Wineta?
Like an hour ago.
Okay, so
I was
you
trying to
can't-
get your attention a little more subtly, but you didn't seem to notice me, so that's why I threw. And then I forgot that I have bad aim. So.
Okay, you could have just, come up and said, "Hey, Gerbo, I need to speak to you."
Oh, well, I didn't know if sometimes, even though that they might know about your family, maybe you want to keep it private. I don't know, like maybe.
I mean, you didn't have to go in there and say, "Oh, your brother's taking over half a continent." You could have just said, "Hey, Gerbo, I need to talk to you."
And they would just let you go like that without asking questions or looking at me like I'm being suspicious.
We're always asking questions and looking at things suspiciously.
I like this group. I do.
Wonderful. Well,
So, do you just let people just travel with you? Just be like, hey, do you have like a sign up sheet or some kind of committee I can join? Or
we did at one point.
yeah.
But there have been recent managerial changes. We're still working it all out. I'll talk to our people, and we'll get in
Okay.
touch with your people.
All right.
We'll talk to Wineta.
Because I have my stuff then, but once this whole thing's over, and I believe I'm, I was asking around yesterday, describing the dark hair and the human, and people point me in some directions, and it wasn't him as far as I could tell. Yeah.
Right.
It kind of doesn't help that the green cloak is now off of him.
Yeah.
That was
I
kind
can
of
imagine.
a rough revelation. So, yeah, kind of at a standstill. So, if there's something I can do to continue to help.
You remember Polo? You
Yes.
and him seem to get along great. You know.
Yeah, Polo, he's great.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, his three missing friends.
Oh God.
They had some key intel
Okay.
for his village,
All right.
and
So I should
There's a
work with
lot.
Polo to try and get this solved. That's what you're saying.
that would help us out immensely. It would
So-
help him out. It would help his village out.
I do want to help you out, Triple. But what's like, I mean, when Ada's paying me, what, I hate to sound harsh, but what do I get from it? Other than, of course, helping my friends, but, I mean, I gotta put food in my mouth too. I gotta buy, coffee here and there, occasionally.
Like 4 times a day.
I mean,
Hmm.
like I said, managerial changes. I'm not sure
Okay.
what
So
I
you're
can offer. I
saying
have
that
to talk
if
to my people.
I help with this whole missing mouse situation, that possibly I could be put on the short list for this new list that manager or whatever you said is working on.
Oh, definitely. It's already a short list, and we
Okay.
can work through it. Yeah.
Got it. All right. I'll go and get Polo. He's staying at that mouse place, right?
Yes.
I'll go and get him, and we'll discuss details, and I'll keep you updated. All right.
Right.
Gerbil,
Counting on you,
I
Judea.
like you. And she'll give you like a pat on the shoulder. You're a good person.
No.
You're a good bugbear, I guess.
Thank
Don't ever lose that spark. And she'll give you a little pat on the cheek and walk off.
Wait, how tall is a fawn?
Oh, she's not that tall. She has to reach up pretty far.
Right. Good luck and watch out for the rift that's appeared outside the city. Don't fall into that or anything. That'd be bad.
Would it though?
How did you know that I almost fell into one?
I did. I was just speaking
Oh, okay. 'Cause
generally.
I didn't. Just gonna go and thanks, Gerbil. Just kind of walk off.
Right. Gerbil will like stay in the hallway and give it a good like 10 count after he stopped seeing her.
Yeah. Yeah. She seems
And
to be
then
moving
make his
towards the
way.
exit. Yeah.
and then make his way back to the cafe. Just
Actually, she'll
Slumped
probably
down.
stop in and get their
Oh.
coffee and then leave.
Hmm.
So she'll wave at everyone. Hey, friends! And head out.
Good morning.
Gerbil, after she's gone, he'll give it another 10 count, and
Yeah.
then he'll come in and slump at the chair. And just
You
You
got
survived.
to date again.
All right over there.
she's gonna work with Polo to help find those missing mice. But
That's perfect. That's about her speed.
yeah, hopefully. In return, I said we'd talk to the managers of our committee about putting her on the short list. We'll worry
Oh.
about that then.
Short list for what?
Understood.
Yeah.
We'll worry about it
Undership.
later. Anyways,
Oh,
She wants to. She wants to follow us. She wants to be with us. You told her no, right? You told her no, right?
I really wanted her to take on this mouse thing.
takes her and
So-
throws her cup at his head.
Nice.
I mean, she was just like,
Tegan gives the approving
she
nod.
was just,
Yeah.
She's very persuasive, Gerbil. I'm sure she just looked at you with those fawn eyes and you just couldn't tell her. Yeah, I'm sure she was very convincing. I don't blame you.
Has she ever
Actually,
been told
she
no
had-
her entire life?
I honestly don't think she would hear it, even if I had said it.
Yeah, I get that
but
impression
anyways,
too.
that wasn't the reason she wanted to talk to me.
Oh,
Well,
She-
open with that next time.
Sorry. Bad news first. Well, wait, no. It's not the bad. Worst news. Anyways, she talked to Juanita this morning, and Juanita was freaking out because it appears in Osbergen the Bugbear army just advanced by a lot,
oh,
surprisingly fast this morning, which we've seen similar
Deacon will just
before.
put his coffee cup down and says, "Well, that answers who used it."
Did
Does
you
it?
find out how far they moved?
She said that they were almost a bairn, and they had
Almost
taken
a
most of
bairn?
the southern continent.
Oh,
southern
this
half
is-
of the continent.
This is very bad. This is not good.
Yes, it is. It's not good. I'm not saying it. Anyways, the reason she was telling me is because she was eavesdropping when I was telling you about my family issues.
That's very nice of her.
I mean, it's Dredea. That's the name of the spin-off
TV
sitcom.
show. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Dredea.
Hello, and
Believe it or not,
Oh,
it's just
God.
me.
Uh,
Oh, it's amazing.
so that's another. I mean, like we were discussing earlier with the time devices, they all, just because they have one, that doesn't mean they're the ones that would have it exactly. She said Bornheim is still unconquered. They still seem to have some kind of agreement, and they went around Bornheim, which I could tell you goblin bugbear armies don't generally avoid a place. They just go through it. So
Very strange. Well, this is
we
getting
need-
what? Oh, please, Steve.
I think we know where we need to go. Well,
Wait,
I'll be right
just
back.
so wait, can you at least, so we're all on the same page? Just does he go out already? Just-
He's just going to go to the
Just-
room and get the sword and come right back.
okay.
Well, I thought we were going to go to the library, not back to. Did anybody else have a weird dream last night?
No.
I
mean-
certainly did.
Most of my
well,
dreams,
I
yeah.
I wasn't going to tell anyone, but I mean,
The enthusiasm.
She like pauses for a second, thinks about it. It's like,
is this the point where we start sharing our dream stories? I mean,
Oh,
I didn't know we had gotten this close so quickly. I am so happy.
Any dreams you have? Never mind.
did you, Pixin?
well, I couldn't remember this before or something. I don't know. Everything was kind of hazy. I don't think I drank last night, but who knows?
There's a lot of cupcakes.
there were
good,
a
though.
lot of cupcakes. And
Okay.
gemstones.
Sugar crash, man.
I
mean,
can
we-
still. Okay. I can still message John, and find out. mean, there's a lot of bad people that have these devices now, right? It's potentially the Bugbear Army. There's Varys. There's who else? I mean, Pawn is just not bad, but not there.
You say having
Deft
tough trouble remembering.
Deft had one.
Oh,
Do you know how many are in the hands of good people?
Yeah, Deft found. I can't remember if he had one before or if he found one in Cullum's house before he revived Cullum.
No, he had one before.
Okay, yeah, go, because Aurelius gave him one, and he said, "Go find
to Cullum's
more."
house to find one, to get
Oh,
Cullum's with
and that's
Cullum's
where
permission, but like, yeah,
Yeah, and that's where
But it
we
was gone.
assumed Varys got his. We think that dream messed with us, but we don't know the dream, so who knows? My brain hurts. So, I mean,
who should I message then, and what should I ask him?
I mean, I think John's probably still
John's our best bet.
the best bet because he at least knows what devices do, and also Deft might be a little weird since Zephyr's not with us anymore.
Oh, I probably understand Zephyr better than we do. Understand? Do you want to set a meeting with John then? The send-in can only do 25 words.
I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt to ask if we can meet, but we are kind of. Well, wait, are we?
Where is it we're heading exactly, Tegan?
Well,
is Tegan on his way to your room, Tegan?
Tegan will come back.
Oh, on your way to the room, make a perception check for me, please.
Certainly.
Oh gosh.
Okay, much better. That's 16 plus 5, 21.
You notice
a knife stuck in the door.
You notice as you kind of walk through that little foyer area towards the hallway where it goes past the portals and back to the rooms, that there's a cat sitting there. That whereas the other cats have mostly stay in the cat cafe area, this one is just sitting by the hallway leading into the portals and the rooms. No collar. It doesn't have, and even the ones in the cat cafe have like frilly collars on, or even some of them have like little jackets, like little cat jackets on or little like hats on. This one looks like a regular cat. Just sitting there.
Do I recognize that it's been the one that was in the cafe looking at us?
It looks different.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah,
I'll
I
just
stole his 80
absentmindedly
gold off that fun.
say to the cat, looking for somebody?
The cat will turn and walk down the hallway. We're going back to the rooms.
Sure, why not? Tegan will follow the cat.
Okay. Cat walks past the portal. Not the portals, but the pods. Walks past the pods. And goes back to the room area where the hallway where the rooms are, and will actually will go back and sit by your door.
Lonely? And I'll open the door. He's got to open the door to his room anyway because he's going to get there.
As you get closer to the cat and get closer to your door, you feel kind of a this kind of feeling in your mind. It says friends. Almost like a question.
So I get just sort of, okay.
Speak, friend, and enter. I turned into a cat.
He'll just open the door. Yeah. See if the cat wants to come in.
As you open the door, the cat will meow. And you open the door, and standing on the other side of the room is
A giant
a
cat.
familiar face. It's Christ. Jonathan. Just
Fucker.
standing there. In a different cloak, not green.
Yeah. That's a neat trick.
You're here by yourself. I thought for sure the cat would get your friends to come, but I guess not, and he'll snap his fingers and the cat just kind of dissipates.
Sorry about your cloak. I just wanted to talk.
I got another one. You and your friends have caught the attention of some very powerful people.
I don't know why we can't do anything right.
You've heard of the library, yes?
Yes.
They're interested in working with you. All of you, the group. You and your friends. And I've been sent to, I've been sent to do a lot of things, but to let you know. Kind of a side quest for me, as it were. And, but yes, the library would like you to know that if you're interested in talking with them, that any time that you're ready, open invitation from the library, you should be honored to come to the shores between Rakath and the Estesa. And there'll be someone there expecting you. Not me. I have things to do. But
Rakost and
in the Estesa. Make a perception check.
okay.
As we can call you Mortimer. Tegan.
Nat 20. Thank you, Ed. Ed's died.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
You notice
For a total of 25.
you notice that his hands look he makes a dull gesture out of his cloak as he's speaking to you, and you can tell that his hand looks, is it dirt? It looks like there's some kind of dark substance on it.
I'll just mention, sorry about the hand. I mean, I felt you go for something, and
This isn't from you.
what looks rather nasty. You should get that looked at.
It's not mine.
Not your hand, or not your...
It's not my blood.
He looks around the room to see if... Did you just kill somebody and just decided that was part of your morning routine?
I guess you'll never know. And he will start... he'll take a step forward. I would consider their offer. I don't have the highest opinion of your group, of course. And I'm not saying that our paths won't cross otherwise. After all, you did manage to at least have a part in putting an end to my brother's life. You can be sure that...
I assure you, that was your friends in Fairweather who did that.
Right.
It was the crystals.
Sure.
I was watching over him. If you want, there's a spot in the woods not far outside of Fairweather where you can find him because I buried him.
Sure.
And
I'll be on my way.
it's up to you whether you want to know the truth or not.
I already know the truth.
Yeah.
I've been given the truth.
Tells me a lot about you.
I will listen to the library. If you don't, I'm not going to be happy.
Is there an expiration date on this offer?
He'll start to walk past you and stop just at the doorway and kind of look over his shoulder. Whenever you and your people are ready, I guess. That's what they told me.
All right. Well, message delivered.
I'll see you soon. And he walks out the door.
All right. I will grab the sword. It would be stupid to follow. I'll grab the sword and head back to the others.
Okay.
The sword,
is there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the sword is there.
The sword is there. You grab it. I'm guessing it still has the wrapping over it, correct?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I probably would have taken some string, which I do have, and secured that cloth over the
Okay.
sword,
All right.
so it doesn't have a chance of slipping out.
Okay.
Hmm.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Sure. Okay. Okay, that is what's my wisdom? A save, right? Wisdom.
Yes.
What is that? 14 plus 2, 16.
Okay. Yes. Okay. You definitely, even though with the cloth wrapped around it and the string holding it in tightly, you sorry.
Try to see what he.
You
You don't have to look.
You feel you do feel a bit of a you hear a little bit of the whispers that you have before when dealing with Shiga, and feel a little kind of pull in your mind, but you're able to kind of ignore it.
Okay.
And I will say that as you walk back to the group, you don't see any trace, any sign of Christ as you're walking back. And it hasn't been that long. You grabbed the sword and you started back, so you were only seconds behind him.
Yeah. Did not expect to see Chris.
This is like this session.
Well, this changes the thing a little bit. So I'll get back to the others. You know what? I'm going to go. This is what I was going to do, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to hand the sword to Kazeel and say, "You're a big strapping lad. Hold on to this."
Sure.
And I'll just tell him don't open it.
Oh, I'm so curious. Take it.
It's
all right.
It's Zephyr's greatsword.
Oh, right. Oh, so we've had a conversation already. Right.
Did we have a conversation
bag.
with that one? I think we had the conversation with the other sword.
I had with
That
two.
Jeff took.
Oh, wait, so
one
wait,
was like,
Kazeel,
I'm
did you
so
just-
done with Kazeel. The other
Did
one
you
was
just
talking
grab
to
the
me.
greatsword, Kazeel?
By the wrapping, Tegan told me specifically not to open it.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
All right, we got to get a lead line box for this thing.
All right, it's 15 plus.
Who's going to carry a lead line
17.
box? We don't have a bag of holding anymore.
17, you said?
Kazeel's a big strapping boy.
Okay.
Zavar is our luggage carrier.
As you
so-
grab a hold of the handle, you wrap that hand around the handle, Dan. You feel a little
I
bit
guess
of.
that's what it's a great sword. So
You do hear a little bit of whispers in the back of your mind, but it quickly goes away.
Are they careless?
Yes, careless whispers.
Now I don't know what's Kazeel. Even if he was there, I'll just remind him. The only reason I bought that off the blacksmith was that's our only connection to Zephyr. If anybody knows where Zephyr went, it's the spirit and the sword.
Oh. I've spoken to this one before. He had 2 swords with him. Do I remember if this is one that was like, I'm so done? Like, oh, he likes to talk a lot. Is it that one or is it the other?
Make a wisdom check. Or, make a wisdom check, Kazeel.
13.
You can remember that the great sword, because it's easy to distinguish because one was a long sword, one was a great sword. Great sword. The great sword seemed to be like the more possibly good aligned one.
Okay.
The other one was the long sword was the one that was like you talk too much.
Okay, good.
Did Gerbil give Zavar and Juniper the 911 on or 411 on the cursed weapons? No.
I think I told Junie about Zephyr having cursed weapons. I don't think Zavar. He'll tell Zavar, "Don't that sword's cursed. You didn't meet the Kenku with us, but he had a problem with cursed swords. Cursed weaponry.
That's unfortunate. Wait,
yeah.
did we have it now?
This is that.
Yeah. Well, I thought Tegan bought it back to make sure a cursed sword doesn't go out into the wrong hands. But now it's to find Zephyr.
You want me to ask that?
Not right now. We got enough. By the way,
it'll tell us to go the opposite direction.
Please don't.
I've solved the problem of your cats.
There's like 50 cats around us.
Yeah, the cats are still zooming around.
Yeah, but not those cats. The cat that was staring at us.
Did you? What?
Did you kill it? Did you kill a cat, Tegan?
Just kind of
Tegan will like
Blackberry.
Pause just for the tease. Well, it was Chris's familiar.
Yeah, and I don't know if Chris is my buddy in this timeline.
Do you or don't you?
I mean, he was never our buddy.
Wait, yeah.
He was never our
my buddy in
buddy.
the ad. I gave him hugs. Was like, "Don't go kill yourself, man.
Oh,
that's
don't
right.
do this." But that's the other timeline. So
right,
the other, yeah.
Right. Yeah, you just remember
put notes
seeing
in
him
here.
and talking to him in Fairweather because
we
like,
met on the street.
he was like the head of security.
Head of security.
Yeah.
And we killed his brother. Well, I mean, Gerbil killed his brother, but we brought him back. It was fine.
Is there anybody?
Nice.
Is there anyone left
It was
that you
accident.
haven't killed?
There are a lot of people. A lot of people. We're not
If you
that
bring
good.
it back, then it's a wash.
We wish we were murder hobos. Quite honestly, at least we would be doing something.
Just hobos at this point.
Pretty
Wow.
much.
So
he had a message.
Wait. So he was there.
He was in my
your
room.
room.
Yes.
Oh, that's scary.
And he had a cat with him.
That was his familiar, I believe. I believe it's his familiar, but it was just it. Did it disappear, Steph? I forget. Did you say it?
He snapped his fingers and it kind of whisked away.
Yeah, I'll relay that to him.
Feels so good.
He just snapped his finger and the cat disappeared. So I'm assuming it's a familiar or something along those lines. But he had a message for us. An offer, more like it.
Fiction stands up.
Mm-hmm.
The library would like to speak with us.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Hey.
Wants us to work for them.
I mean, we
Uni, can I throw
technically
your
working.
cat?
I told them we were a bunch of screw ups, and I don't know why they're.
Well, but I mean, we're working for them until they turned on us.
Aims it at Tegan's head.
Tegan, make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. Oh, please.
Picture's not a morning person.
18 plus. What's my dex saving? 7.
You're
Wow.
okay. Your dex saving. Okay. Yeah, you are.
I want
able
to catch it. I want to catch it.
Okay.
Whatever it
Yeah,
was.
you can catch. You can catch the cup.
Oh, did you all see that?
Yes, we're all very impressed. What?
I'm gonna take the cup and just lean over to Juniper and ask her to refill it for me.
Ah,
Oh my
it's fine. You know
gosh.
what? I don't want to know the
Wow.
story anyways. I'm just gonna go.
Wow.
What? I'm just asking you to refill my coffee cup.
All right. Well, you'll take a minute. It'll
You're
still be going
asking
when
her
I get
to
back.
refill her own cup.
I know. It's my
you're-
cup. I'm gonna. She's
I'm
just
You're a
gonna
bit too
run
chipper
over.
about all this,
I'm-
Tegan,
Oh.
and it kind of concerns me.
Oh,
So,
my
yeah.
Lord.
If we want to work with the tower, we're supposed to meet them, and I'll give them the location because my eyes are going to shit right now. Estee and Recost.
We're between Merkoth and Asteria. I
Asteria.
shared the map again in our Facebook group.
Oh, okay.
So Asteria is the thing in the center where
Oh,
the
Stacy.
library was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Stasa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Judy's pulling out her own crumpled up map while she's trying to listen and make an order and look at this.
Aw. I'll turn to an
Okay.
area then and just, well, does this give us an opportunity? And then I'll look around the table at everyone. Do we want to have a meeting?
I would like to investigate this this option, and as opposed to going back to Aspergen.
Could at least be some reconnaissance.
Do you think this will help with understanding what's going on?
No. We haven't
Oh,
we
to
been
the-
paranoid since the moment we got here that
I
they've
hate
been
all of you.
5. Do you have anything to offer, Pixrin?
I had a dream about a time device last night, but y'all were too worried about some other dumb shit instead of making me finish.
Well, listen, there's nothing more important.
Wait.
then Pixar finishing. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Yep. Yep. Yep.
He'll sit down, cross his legs on another chair, enjoy the coffee, and say, "Pray tell."
That's all I remember.
Oh, then how do you? Okay, whatever.
Gerbil slaps the coffee out of Tegan's hand.
Food.
I mean, it's interesting though, because that's when we all had the time thing. Oh
Okay.
no!
So rude.
For real.
So
Yes.
that's all you remember, Pixrin?
Oh,
Just that there's a time device in your dream?
Yes.
What are you using it for?
She's like
something?
glaring at everybody. She's like upset with everything that's going on.
I don't know why you're upset. We're all trying our best. Okay. Okay, no,
Don't explode, Gerbil.
it's already no, it's we
There's so much
It's obviously a
happening
trap.
today.
but no. I mean,
Help me.
She had a
the
dream,
library.
and then a time wave happened.
Yes.
A rift opened up.
So did Rodarius.
I'll look at Rodarius like you had a dream about a time device.
Well, no, I'm saying he had a dream. He told us about. He just told us about the dream.
No, Colin, I think that was.
Scratching like he's gonna have a heart attack.
He might.
I think that if a library.
He already had panic attack this morning.
I think that if the library
another
had
one.
any designs on us being dead, I think
What?
Chris could have done some of that. Well, just back to the matter at hand.
Wait, why
Go
would
into
the
the
library think
library.
we're dead?
If they had any designs on killing us, making us dead, they could have done it by now. I'm sure. So I don't you think it can hurt to go and see what they have to offer? Get some reconnaissance.
Them wanting-
Gerbil. That is. This. We barely could do anything. And you wanting to just walk over there.
Hey, under their
Chris was-
invitation.
Chris was just in Tegan's damn room.
Hey. Well, if he wanted to kill us, I'm sure he
Tegan's-
could have.
Our rogue sneaky one. And he got past him.
Hey. So they can't have any designs to hurt us right now, or they would have done
Are
it.
you.
It's.
Because.
I think it's gonna
Everything here comes back to Stacy in the library. Everything, right? I'll kind of look at Renarius like,
Renarius. What is your plan? Since I know you are smart.
Whoa.
You
I
sure about that?
He has
since-
intelligence.
He can probably read.
Like high intelligence. That's why we gave him stuff. Okay.
Since we've gotten here to Dim Glimt, we initially set out on a journey to go to the library to see or find Zenfried, and we've taken various paths and tried to find more information on the library, to which we found no more information on the library, and now we have the library essentially knocking on our door.
They literally knocked on our door. That's what they literally did.
This seems serendipitous. I believe this is the path in which we should go.
You
and
think we should
information-
willingly walk into their... We know...
According to the message, we are not walking into the Estesa. We are walking onto the shores of Rakoth.
You would act.
It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a Gerbil's like...
Yeah. Tegan's gonna say
He doesn't under... It is
You
a
know,
trap. They want to get rid of us, and rather than try to find us while we wander all over the place, they'll just be, oh, come here. Have you never
No, just
gone
had the
hunting
lad
at
here.
all? Renari,
could
of
have
course
just-
you've never been hunting.
they found us. Chris was right here. They found us, and if they wanted us dead, they'd kill us. They don't need to invite us to do that. They could have done it last night.
Well, there's only one reason for that. We
What's
have
that?
we have something they need. I have no idea what that is.
Well, think
But we
okay,
have
okay,
something they need.
Think of,
Sweet girls.
Mm-hmm.
I wish
we
it was that
literally
simple.
Just-
Did you onto something?
get everyone. Just last night, we were given complete control of the Torchlight Committee, and then everything's now gone to shit. I mean, it was already shit to begin with, but now it's even more shit. That's why they got Aurelius, and then Aurelius sent us everything. He'll like stab the paper with his finger. He's like, gave us this magic, unaltering name of people, and you're wanting to just go up to them.
Well, Chris snuck in past Tegan. If he wanted the papers, he would have taken them.
It's just
There's so many things going on with these time changes, with the whole southern part of Osbergen taken over now by. There's just too much advancing too quickly. We just need some answers. and it all comes back to the library.
And you think they're going to honestly tell us?
I think we have a better chance being in the library than the Slaughter Glade or anyone else where we've been trying to find answers. We've found nothing.
Gerbil, with all due respect, I would like to return the question to you. What would your plan be?
I don't have a fucking clue, but I don't think we should walk straight into the enemy. That's why we need to discuss options.
But we can have a plan just in case something happens. Isn't that what you mean, Kazoo?
Sure. I mean, I'm sure
I
it's
don't
not...
agree with the library at all. I'd rather burn that motherfucker to the ground. But
Yeah. I'm not happy about it. I'm sure
They
there's
kidnapped
danger.
your father right out from under you.
Right.
What?
It's like no big deal.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, wait.
On this scroll, there is a name. To my recollection, we have not met this person. The name is Thulmara Stonecutter. This Thulmara is in the furnace, just south of here. The really bad place we were told not to go near. But of all the people who are here on this list and are in Dimglemt, this is the only one we know the location of, aside from Geneva.
That's another thing. We are now responsible for Geneva, and we just left her trapped in a cafe. There's that whole thing. But, okay, yes, we could go find this person. There's also a number of people we already know that we didn't know were Torchlight members that we could also contact. I'm not saying we should abandon this quest or anything, but the library is too powerful to only reason to go through it with is because they could have killed us before. No, it's stupid. We all could have died a number of times from any sort of thing, but they send us messages. They
have all the answers too.
And they're going to just tell us?
No, but we have Tegan and others and being right there.
Because we've done so well about learning.
Otherwise,
this is idiotic.
You seem so concerned. What is the worst that can happen? What is the
planes
so
get destroyed
from meeting with them? From just having a chat?
Things are already being destroyed. The rifts.
We've been told that there's distractions everywhere against there's something big happening. And we're just, if we keep dancing around, not trying the things that might actually get us closer to some answers, we're going to end up at a loss. Whatever it is they're planning will happen, and we'll just all be there and stuck with the consequences.
Look, they're going to get us all fucking killed.
I mean,
this is now, from the beginning of this, this has always been much greater than any of us.
Okay.
And then we were just tossed, and he'll pick up the paper. This was just given. We are responsible for everybody on this list now. This is what the library wants.
They want the manifest. They want the list of everyone.
They want.
We've
been told the only thing we've known since before we even knew what the Torchlight was. Do you remember Rinka? And Gerbil will pull out his Torchlight medallion, and he'll be like, from the very beginning, she wanted answers on what this was. And she threatened us, and she made our life hell back then, before we even knew what the hell we were doing. Not that we do now, but the one thing we have known for certain is that, it'll turn it upside down. This represents the antithesis to what we're supposed to be doing. And if you think we can honestly trust them to have a meeting to work with them, it's...
Gerbil, if I may suggest, it sounds like you may be okay with this meeting if we have a decent escape plan.
No, I'm not okay with this meeting in any form, but yes, an escape plan would be the most beneficial route.
So we're making progress.
Wow. Sorry, that was Melissa, not pictured. Sorry, that just popped out.
Nice, yeah.
Gerbil hasn't felt bugbear rage in a long time.
Nice.
He's kept it like...
Awesome. Tegan, do you have any insights?
Number one, I specifically asked, there's no deadline. The phrase exactly was, when we're ready. So we don't have to go there tomorrow. We don't have to go there in a week. We can go when we're ready. Personally, I think it's foolish to go there without getting more information. They want something. It's not our services, believe me. It's something we either know about or something probably we may not even know about that was in that box and we think nothing of it.
What about... Tegan told everybody, or told the main group about hearing Jocelyn, right? Or did he just tell Pixrin?
At that point, I think I took her aside to tell her.
I can't remember if Gerbil... Did you tell Gerbil? Does Gerbil know about Jocelyn's involvement?
I think I told the group.
Okay.
When we came back.
Yeah, because she was pretty upset, I think.
Yeah, she was pretty upset about it.
We don't even know why Jocelyn was specifically trying to deal with Chris.
Maybe they're recruiting.
We don't know Jocelyn reaching out to Chris. So who do you think Jocelyn's recruiting for?
No, I'm thinking the other way around. I think Chris might be recruiting Jocelyn.
Well, we can find that out.
Point is, we don't know.
To Jocelyn.
Yeah.
We could talk to Wineta. We don't even know why Wineta is after
Chris. Yeah.
And Gerbil will point at the list. Wineta's name, she is a Torchlight member. Jocelyn is it like Jocelyn's name not on it? I feel like we would have noticed that, right? So,
well, should I start sending messages then? Wineta first.
well, did you ever talk to John? I guess we don't even...
No, I wasn't sure if we were setting up a meeting or trying to... the spells are fairly finite. Just 25 words. Unless we have a stone. Although that's just once a day. I think.
I'm not sure. I think maybe John's in priority. John would be first.
John might be closer than the stone cutter.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't even know where he's at. Renarius.
The thing is, I think John could get to us if he needed to, no?
Ask.
One thing I wanted to mention, Renarius, when I met with Chris, his hands had like a black, would it be fair to say, Steph, black ichor on them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you Does
Have we seen that before? On anybody? It sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, still mentioned it to he's mentioning it to everybody now. He had a black ichor on his hand, and he sort of just like laughed it off. I thought it is when I stabbed him, but he said no. This is something else.
Yeah, so that's not ringing a bell for anybody.
Arcana check 22.
Arcana check on what?
Just the
Black
ichor.
Goo.
Black ichor. Black
I'm like,
goo,
if
that
it
would be,
rings any bells to you? No, not really. I mean, there are things that cause black ichor or whatever, but like nothing that you've experienced in this adventure.
Cool.
Just as you kind of finish up that little portion of the conversation, the elf that was sitting at the table with the shorter hair, a couple tables away that you talked to, Triple, kind of steps up to the table and taps it like they're close to you. Running up, but I wanted to also, since you're here and you seem new to the city, apparently another thing to look out for, this city, I swear, is that apparently some librarian was murdered in town this morning. So travel around the city might be a little rough from that as well. And that's where we'll end tonight's session for tonight. So
You can't blame us for being quest orders when you keep giving us quests.
Thank you, players. Thank you, viewers, for joining us for another night of The Forsaken, which is every Monday night here on Mad Bird Streams at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a lot of D&D content here on the channel. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have D&D 5e content, as well as on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We should, hopefully, fingers crossed, have Kyr's Lament returning on Tuesday. Hopefully. And also Obsidian Scar on Sunday. Fingers crossed, hopefully. So everything else should be happening. Oh, except for Penumbra Assembly won't be happening this Wednesday because of our movie night for our Patreon people, which brings me to our Patreon. So if you're looking for a way to support the channel, great way to do so. You get all kinds of cool stuff like movie nights, that sort of thing. We get more back. So it's our preferred method to support. Again, if you're looking for that golden, wonderful, beautiful opportunity.
Yes.
Dan, do you have someone to rate, or should I be looking?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I had good friends, Dork Tales, I think.
Oh, good. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay, well, thank you again, players, viewers. You are the greatest. We'll see you tomorrow for some Kyr's Lament. All right. Bye. I forgot to think on Raiders.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
An aneurysm. Oh, let me stop streaming and stop recording.